sexta Amco Debate League. Lo primero, agradecer a todos los colegios, docentes y alumnos su participación en esta emocionante liga y saludamos calurosamente a todos los que nos acompañáis desde vuestras casas y desde los colegios que nos seguís a través de nuestro canal de YouTube. Para los que no nos conozcáis, o mejor dicho, para que nos conozcáis un poquito más, explicaos que Amco Iberia pertenece al Grupo Trébol Educación, que lleva más de 20 años en España atendiendo a instituciones educativas, estando presente en más de 10 países y ofreciendo nuestros servicios a más de 800 colegios. Desde el Grupo Trébol Educación trabajamos por identificar y acompañar la implantación de modelos y soluciones ágiles que transformen radicalmente la educación. Por esto, en Trébol Educación ofrecemos siempre a los colegios soluciones a los desafíos de transformación digital a los alumnos que se enfrentan los alumnos de hoy. En Amco Iberia somos especialistas en mejorar el aprendizaje del inglés de los alumnos a través de nuestro Learning System, convirtiéndose Amco en la solución para la transformación del proyecto de inglés para instituciones y centros educativos. Con más de 14 años de actividad en España y habiendo aprendido inglés con nuestro Learning System más de 700.000 alumnos, sabemos que con nosotros los colegios pueden alcanzar en el área de inglés los objetivos que se hayan marcado. Nuestra finalidad es que los alumnos aprendan inglés como una segunda lengua materna y que tengan la capacidad real de comunicarse en inglés. La Amco Debate League de hoy es un evento educativo en el que buscamos sacar el inglés fuera de las aulas mediante ejercicios de debate en inglés y está dirigido a alumnos de colegios que cursen nuestros programas Speed Up o Al Uso. Los equipos han participado desde el inicio con 4 integrantes de cualquier curso de secundaria y contando además con suplentes. Este año, en nuestra sexta edición, íntegramente realizada en formato online, se ha realizado una verdadera liga de debate para que los alumnos progresaran en las destrezas comunicativas y argumentativas. Y aunque ahora nos conocemos un poquito más, lo que acabo de comentar os lo hemos resumido en un pequeño vídeo.
happy to learn.
El sexto Amco Debate League ha contado con una fase de entrenamiento, un training que ha familiarizado a los alumnos con el debate en inglés, aunque esto ya se trabaja previamente en las aulas, y una fase clasificatoria. Del 24 de febrero al 7 de abril, todos los equipos representantes de los colegios han competido con otros equipos en función de un sorteo que realizamos el 17 de febrero. Hemos contado en la liga con 22 colegios de toda España, formados por alumnos de primero a cuarto de educación secundaria. Durante la fase clasificatoria, los equipos han realizado 4 ejercicios de debate contra otros equipos de la liga elegidos por sorteo. El objetivo de la fase de clasificación ha sido elegir a los 8 equipos, de los cuales 6 son los equipos con mayor número de debates ganados y los 2 siguientes son los de mayor puntuación. A lo largo de estas semanas hemos vivido una gran experiencia junto a los alumnos y sus coaches y hemos disfrutado muchísimo de su participación y de su energía. Con los equipos ya clasificados, se celebró el sorteo el pasado 25 de abril, un sorteo que ha definido los cruces de cuartos. Queremos agradecer, aprovechar este minuto para hacerle un especial agradecimiento a los 22 equipos y a sus colegios por su participación en esta liga, y esperamos que, aunque en esta fase final no podamos estar con todos, la experiencia haya sido positiva y podamos encontrarnos en la siguiente edición. Esta mañana a las 10 hemos celebrado los cuartos de final. 4 ejercicios trepidantes en 4 salas con ejercicios realizados simultáneamente en el que todos ellos han debatido, en inglés por supuesto, con el tema "Los adolescentes están perdiendo su privacidad y autenticidad debido a las redes sociales". Le damos la enhorabuena a los colegios San Lluís de Barcelona, Corazón de María Gijón, Virgen de Mirasierra de Madrid y el Colegio Cristo Rey de Zaragoza, que continúan en esta liga para participar en las semifinales y la gran final. En esta conexión, ininterrumpidamente, vamos a celebrar la semifinal 1, tras ella la segunda semifinal, y sin cortar la conexión haremos una breve pausa para darle un poquito de respiro a los finalistas, una pausa de 15 minutos, y daremos paso a la gran final. Os invito a todos a seguir nuestro concurso por redes sociales, nuestro Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, y os recomendamos un hashtag, el sexto Amco Debate League, ¿vale? Para que todos podamos participar también activamente en redes sociales. En nuestra sala de Zoom tenemos ahora mismo presentes, aquí lo estoy viendo a todos, a nuestros 4 equipos semifinalistas. Y os ruego por favor a los participantes de la segunda semifinal, ¿vale? A los participantes de los colegios Virgen de Mirasierra y San Lluís de Barcelona, porfa, que apaguemos la cámara y nuestro micro durante la competición de la primera semifinal, ¿vale? Estamos deseosos de comenzar, ya solo me falta presentaros a los miembros del jurado que nos acompañarán durante las semifinales y durante la gran final. Quiero presentaros a Marcos Rivera, el director académico de Amco Iberia, a Gaby Randel, consultora de Academy Center de Amco Iberia.
Hi.
Laura Torrico, consultora de Academy Center también.
Good morning, everyone.
Ana del Cerro, consultora de Academy Center. A Steven Prince, asesor académico.
Hey.
Asesor académico, también junto con Carmen Sánchez, asesora académica de Amco Iberia.
Hello, good morning.
Y a Esther Collado, asesora académica en Amco Iberia.
Good morning, everyone.
Y ahora sí, comienza esta primera semifinal y para ello le paso la palabra a Marcos Rivera, que nos explicará las principales normas académicas que regirán este evento, tanto en las 2 semifinales como en la gran final.
Gracias, Mavi.
A ti.
Vale, como estamos retransmitiendo, hemos querido hacer una descripción de las características del debate y de las normas. Venimos de los cuartos, entonces todos los participantes las han escuchado, pero para los que nos escuchan desde casa vamos a hacer un recordatorio de las características que tiene, ¿vale? Estos han sido los cuartos, acabamos de venir de ellos, 4 equipos. Creo que todos estamos de acuerdo en que el nivel está muy ajustado en los diferentes debates. Ya hemos pasado a semifinales, es el primer encuentro que vamos a tener. Haremos primero Cristo Rey y Codema y después Mirasierra y San Luis. El ganador de uno y otro nos encontraremos en la final. En la diapositiva podéis ver que hemos hecho 2 equipos de jueces y serán los jueces en la primera semifinal, en la segunda y en la final. Y ahora sí, en la siguiente os voy a describir un poco las características que tiene el debate. Marta, ¿puedes poner la siguiente? Eso es, gracias. Vais a ver abajo en la diapositiva, abajo a la derecha, es donde está la estructura de los debates. Todos los participantes, desde la fase de training en enero, en donde voluntariamente pudieron prepararse para las características del debate, y a lo largo de los 4 encuentros que hemos hecho en la liga, han seguido siempre la misma estructura. Ellos cuentan con 10 minutos de participación, en donde aparece la introducción del tema que todavía no saben cuál va a ser, ni la posición a favor o en contra. Eso lo haremos ahora en cuanto empiece cada uno de los encuentros. Tienen 3 minutos para introducir el tema, para argumentar y presentarse. Luego tienen 2 minutos en la primera argumentación, donde exponen pues datos, evidencias, información y por supuesto postura. Luego tienen otros 2 minutos para profundizar en esto y rebatir aquellos argumentos que hayan escuchado del equipo contrario, y al final tienen 3 minutos para poner todo junto, ofrecer alguna última evidencia, hacer un resumen, una conclusión. ¿Bien? A partir de ahora, esto es novedad, es decir, tanto en la liga como en los cuartos, en cada uno de los debates ha habido 2 jueces. Ahora, en la primera semifinal, en la segunda y en la final, vamos a ser 3 jueces valorando y opinando. Cada uno de ellos es la misma rúbrica que hemos publicado, que hemos usado hasta ahora, y cada uno tiene 40 puntos para ofrecer. Eso quiere decir que hay 120 puntos en juego en cada uno de los debates. Más o menos la posibilidad de asignar un booster a aquel participante que por su orden, capacidad, por su transmisión nos emocione, ¿sí? Y los penalty que los asignamos si sospechamos que alguien, en vez de potenciar su expresión natural, espontánea, estuviera leyendo algún párrafo o usando algún código escrito que no oral, ¿vale? Para eso es importante que cuando participen todos estéis mirando a la cámara, que los micrófonos de los no participantes estén inactivos, solo el que está hablando o participando activa su micrófono, y es muy importante que la cámara de todos los participantes durante todo el debate esté activo. ¿Bien? Todos los participantes han preparado los 8 temas que estamos debatiendo hoy. Han preparado unos organizadores gráficos que previamente nos han entregado a los jueces. Entonces, parte de nuestro trabajo es analizar cómo han profundizado en cada uno de los temas. Esos 8 temas ahora los comentaremos y no saben cuál va a ser el tema, no saben qué postura tendrán, si a favor o en contra del tema asignado. Último importante, la palabra thank you al final de cada intervención, el gracias, es la señal para que el siguiente participante tome la voz. Y eso es todo. Muchísima suerte a todos y que gane el mejor. Gracias. All yours, Gabby. Start with the...
You're on mute.
Your mic.
Sorry
That's
about
right.
that, guys. So we need to actually look at the presentation to find out our pro and con teams, no? Yeah? Okay, perfect. So we'll wait for the presentation to come back on and we will get started. So in our first debate, our first semifinal, by the way, congratulations everybody for making it to this round. This first semifinal is going to be between Corema and Cristo Rey. So congratulations to both teams who are here. And the first thing that we have to do is find out which team will be debating for pro and which team will be debating for con. So let me just take a look really quick at some names here. I see Julia from Cristo Rey. If you want to go ahead and unmute your mic, you will be our lucky winner for today to decide the fate of pro and con for your team. So give me a number, Julia.
Number 5.
Number 5. Perfect. So Cristo Rey is choosing number 5, which is con. So that means that Cristo Rey is going to be debating for our con, and Kodema, you guys are going to be debating our pro. All right, so let us continue and move forward and find out our topic. What we're going to do is we're going to ask the opposing team, Kodema. So let me find you guys. And let us, well, actually you guys are all together. So I guess somebody from the room, go ahead and give me a letter to find out the topic that we will be debating, or that you will be debating.
Okay, so we're choosing letter P.
Letter P. Okay, the last one over there. Let's see. Letter P is going to be the category 5, so capital punishment. And the question is, a capital crime should carry capital punishment in every country worldwide, assuming the punishment is not cruel and unusual. So again, we'll keep the presentation on for just a second so that you guys can take a photo or that you guys can write down what you need. Yeah, just maybe keep it on for one more second. And again, we have Kodema, which are debating pro. So you do believe that a capital crime should carry capital punishment in every country worldwide, assuming the punishment is not cruel and unusual, which means that Cristo Rey, you guys do not believe that a capital crime should carry capital punishment in every country worldwide, assuming the punishment is not cruel and unusual. All right, so I guess if we can get a thumbs up from our debating teams that they have the topic and the question written down. Yeah, perfect. I see Kodema, looks like they're good. And Cristo Rey, I think you guys are good as well. Let's see, I think so. I think we got a thumbs up from both teams. So with that, I believe that we will open up our breakout rooms and our debating teams will have 10 minutes to prepare their debates. Okay. Good luck to both teams.
Good luck, everyone.
Good luck.
Congratulations to all the teams. It was a pleasure for me as a judge to participate in the classification phase. I was impressed by how you conveyed your messages with passion, with energy. So my advice would be do it the same way as you have been doing during the league. And I wish you the best luck. You all are champions. So congratulations again.
Hey guys, it's been awesome listening to you in the past weeks, and congratulations. You've been wonderful, and I'm really looking forward to hearing what you had to defend in the final. So I see you there. Don't give up. You can do it.
En inglés y aprender a trabajar mejor en equipo, y me ha gustado mucho porque ha sido una gran experiencia.
Lo que más me gusta el debate es estar con mis compañeros, aprender mucho inglés, el debatir con otra gente es como algo nuevo.
El debate me ha aportado, yo creo que sobre todo, un pensamiento crítico para saber analizar las cosas y ver pues, sus pros y sus contras antes de tomar una decisión o hacer una opinión.
Lo que más me ha gustado del debate es participar con mis compañeros y la ilusión de estar allí hablando y aprender cosas.
Lo que más me ha gustado del debate es que he podido pasar tiempo con mis compañeros y he aprendido a defender mis ideas y a desarrollar mi inglés y a aprender nuevas palabras.
Pues me ha ayudado mucho mi fluidez con el inglés, me ha ayudado un montón a vencer mi timidez y pues me relaciono más con gente de otros cursos, ya que como estamos todos juntos es algo que antes no hacía.
¡Aupa el cansancio! ¡Aupa ese grupo de debates! ¡Somos los mejores! ¡Good luck!
Está haciendo genial. Todos los chupules estamos con vosotros. ¡Ánimo!
¡Mucha suerte, chicos!
¡Ánimo, chicos! ¿Sabemos inglés? O eso espero.
I would tell students who want to join the debate league next year that they should definitely do it. It's a great learning opportunity, and I have really learned to overcome my fears of speaking in public, and I have learned to improvise and to make the most out of my ideas. So I think it's a great learning opportunity.
I think that it's a great opportunity to learn from mates from other courses, and it's very fun.
From the debate league, I like all the teamwork you have to do with your partners, and also how I learned how to do not fear to talk in English in public and in front of people like I did before.
I will repeat this debate league as long as I can talk with prepared and interesting people. I would repeat this debate league because I met some unusual, prepared and interesting people, and it showed me how to teamwork and how to improve my English in a debate.
I always like to speak with other people in all the language I know, and debate in English is like a dream I've ever had.
Hi, this has been our second year participating in the debate program, and well, all we have to say is positive. Last year we had a great experience and we got to the final phase, which was a great achievement for our students, And the same happened this year, and we're here again. We're really proud of them, and we think that it has been a great opportunity for them. They have worked effortlessly, and they have become very united team.
I think it's an invaluable experience, and it will open a lot of doors for you in the future, so definitely do it and you will have the most fun.
The Amco debate experience has been a very enjoyable experience for me, and I am glad I got to participate this year with the team that I have, which is a fairly strong team, and I think we're doing a great job. I really like being the one in charge of the conclusion, as it was really fun to do certain things like make a sandwich in front of the debate, in middle of the debate, and really I just think it's a really good thing. I am glad I got to have something to do in my break time, and overall, if I could repeat, I certainly would. Thank you. Me alegro que pueda participar en esta experiencia de los debates de Amco. Yo pienso que este equipo está yendo genial y que a este paso podríamos llegar bastante lejos en esta competición, y por eso es muy divertido estos debates y espero que podamos llegar hasta la final o incluso a ganar.
It has been a very cool experience, and thank you for offering us this moment.
The Amco debates helped me to organize myself in a better way and to help me to work better as a group.
Hello, I'm Maria, and the debates from Amco have shown me how to organize myself better and how to work in teams, and also it has given me a lot of confidence in speaking English and how to express myself better. So thank you.
Well, I decided to join the Amco debates because my brother also did this activity and he reached the finals. He told me it was amazing, it was really fun, and so I decided to join to follow his legacy. Anyways, since after doing this his life has been really successful, I have decided to follow his steps. Bueno, yo decidí unirme a los debates de Amco porque mi hermano también participó, también le salió muy bien, dijo que le pareció muy divertido y que después de todo quiero seguir pues lo que hizo él, quiero seguir sus pasos, y después de terminar los debates de Amco su vida pues le ha salido bastante bien, está estudiando lo que quiere, pues tiene pareja y todo bien.
Hello, I'm Celia, and thanks to the debates I was able to create a team, meet a lot of new people, and also to debate about topics that I never thought that I could talk about or even debate, and I think that was really rich for me. Thank you.
Chicos, si tuvierais que definir los debates de Amco en una sola palabra, ¿qué diríais?
Competición.
Experiencia. Unión. Reto. Trabajo en equipo.
Diversión.
Pero sobre todo, amistad.
Amco.
Happy to learn.
Okay, so we're back and we're waiting for the two teams to come back into our room to start off their quarter or their semifinal debate. That was so nice to see all of the videos of the teams preparing. I loved it. I love that last little part. Sobre todo, amistad. Perfect. So we'll just hang tight for a little bit and then we will get started when the rest of our debaters come back in. Stephen, Mark, how are you feeling? Excited to be judges?
Super excited.
This round?
Yeah. I think this is going to be a very, very good debate. Two stellar teams with Cristo Rey and Codema. So
yeah.
And the topic is
controversial.
Yeah.
Controversial.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got our veteran team Cristo Rey, and we've got our newcomer Kodema. So I'm excited to see how it's going to end up.
Looks like everyone's back in now. Yeah.
Looks like, yeah, I see Kodema. We've got them there. Looks like they're doing a zoom in to get them prepared. Zoomed in on Anna. Anna, good morning. Congratulations for you guys getting here. And then we've got Cristo Rey. You see Adrian giving me the thumbs up. So thumbs up back. Hey. Saw Raquel before. See Alfonso. I'm so happy that your brother's life is so much better because of the debate league. That's so nice.
I'm also happy for him.
Yes.
Tell him that we're proud of him. All right. So from Cristo Rey, I'm just going to make sure that I see you guys on here. I've got Alfonso, I've got Celia, I've got Adrian. I see, let's see who else. I see Julia. Who else do I've got here?
Celia, I think.
Celia. Yep, I see Celia over there, but Celia looks like she doesn't have her camera on.
Alfonso, Julia, Adrian, and Celia, please, your cam.
Yeah, okay.
I have my camera on. I don't know why.
Okay, looks like you're having some problems with the camera, but no worries. If you can't get it figured out, then it looks like you guys are in the same spot, so you can just briefly join one of your teammates if you're going to be one of the participators today.
And Celia, you're going to be doing the second rebuttal, is that correct?
Yes, sorry.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So besides that, I think we've got everybody here, no? We've got Kodema already set up, and we have the four, Alfonso, Adrian, Celia, and Julia. And Celia, we cannot see you, so when it's your turn, just if you can get to one of your teammates so that we can see you, that would be awesome. Do you have someone close by?
Okay, sorry.
No, no worries, no worries. Okay, perfect. So who will you be going to? Julia, Adrian, or Alfonso?
With Julia.
With Julia. Okay. Julia, no, it's Julia. Sorry. For me, it's Julia. For you guys, it's Julia. All right, perfect. So guys, I think we're all ready to go. So I guess just a big good luck before you guys go into the start of the semi-final. You guys both extremely deserve to be here, and we're all super, super happy to listen to your second debate of the day. So we'll see who ends up making it to the final. The winner of this round will make it to the final, so it's super exciting. And we'll get started. So before the break, we said that our team pro was going to be Kodema. Our topic is capital punishment, and our question was: a capital crime should carry capital punishment in every country worldwide, assuming the punishment is not cruel and unusual. So we will start with Kodema, who is going to be our pro team. We will follow up with our con team, which is Cristo Rey. In the semifinals, you guys can all see that you have a visible timer of 3 minutes for the introductors. This will change to 2 minutes for the rebuttalers, and then it'll go back to 3 minutes for the concluders. So you guys have it visually on the screen this time around. All right. So without further ado, big deep breath, a little stretch, and Kodema, when you're ready, you may kick us off for the first semifinal. Good luck.
Good luck, guys.
Hello, good morning to everybody. We are the Kodema team formed by Alvaro, Lucia, Marina, and me, Javi. And we believe capital crime should be punished worldwide when it's not cruel. We think that retributive justice, or an eye for an eye, honors the victim. It helps consolidate the families. They must be suffering a lot because of the death of their loved one. So we think the criminal will never commit a crime again because of this capital punishment. Capital crimes are such as drug dealing, espionage, kidnapping. Shouldn't those crimes be punished? Because we do really think so. Capital punishment is quicker, it's painless, there are different methods that can be used. It used to be expensive in the past, but nowadays, because of those new technologies, new advantages, it's now cheaper. We really think criminals don't deserve a second chance. They have made a mistake, it's true, but they have made a huge mistake, a mistake that cannot be solved. If we imprison criminals, they won't change their mindset. They don't really do. Most criminals don't. They go to a prison, and also in the prison, there is a possibility that they escape, they come back to society, they commit crimes again, they maybe fight against some other prisoners inside that prison. So we don't really think they should have another chance. We want capital punishment because we avoid those criminals for coming back to our society, for coming back to the crime, for committing it again, because we don't really think they will change their mindset. They are not going to change anything. They are just the way they are. We want to protect ourselves. We want to protect our children. We want to protect our future. That's why we think that capital punishment should be worldwide. We think that with that, crimes will not occur again. Criminals will not come again. The world will be a safer place. The communities will have no criminals among them, between their members. We think that capital crimes should be punished with those capital punishments, such as new ones that are cheaper, safer, and of course, painless and with less cruelty. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Alfonso, and I'm going to do the introduction for Cristo Rey. My partners are Celia Domingo, who is going to do the first battle, Julia, who is going to do the second one, and Adrian Lopez, who is going to do the conclusion. So, first of all, do you think that it's good to kill someone? Like, if you punish someone because of killing or raping or child abuse or war crimes or whatever it is, do you think it's common or it's good to kill them? Like, you're becoming the same monster, because it's a problem. Killing is certainly a problem, and by killing the person who has killed, you are just becoming the same criminal, even if you think or your justice or whatever says that it's fair. And a lot of people would kill because of the fact that they would die for killing. I don't know if I have explained me well, so I'm gonna do more emphasis in this. If you want to die, and you know that if you kill a few people while you get arrested, and that for killing these people, you will get killed, or you will die without any kind of pain, it's kind of the great deal, don't you think? Like, instead of hanging yourself, it can be really painful. They will just kill you for free and completely painless. I think that's a really good point to think. And I've got a few data that says that the places where the capital punishment is already a thing, the murderers and everything are pretty higher than in their countries that there is no punishment at all. So I think that's something we should take in account, because it's something really important. And about, like, if I think that it's something good or not, well, I believe that you feel more sure about yourself if you know that there is no psychopath waiting for you that has already killed thousands or hundreds or whatever. But jail is a sure place, and I don't think that you'll have any problem with that at all. So no, capital punishment should not be normal. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Lucia, and I'm going to be doing the first rebuttal. First of all, I would like to talk about what Alfonso said. Well, the argument of you wanting to kill yourself, so you kill people, so you can get the capital punishment doesn't make too much sense to me. Because what we're talking about is capital crimes, not just going out there and killing a few people. We're talking about war criminals. And also, killing yourself is free. Like, if you want to kill yourself, you don't need to go out and kill people so you can get killed. That is just taking extra steps on it. Doesn't make too much sense to me. And now back to my arguments, I would like to remind everyone that we're talking about quick and painless capital punishment. Obviously, even if it's not used as much or you don't kill as many people, you don't apply the crimes, the capital punishment as much, you can also use it as a negotiation tool to get better understanding of some issues. Also, there's a very low chance of making a mistake here because we're talking about crimes that are killing thousands, even millions. We're talking about treason, mass murder, all that. And we know that capital punishment used to be way more expensive because, well, the electric chair and also the trials were really long and all that. But now that we have new technologies, it can also be a great solution to not pay as much for people that really do not deserve to live. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Julia and I'm doing the second rebuttal. The first rebuttal, sorry. And first of all, I'm afraid that you are wrong, Javi. What you said in the introduction is not true. It's not cheap to kill someone. According to the Supreme Court, it cost 2.6 million to kill someone. So why don't we get that money to do a new jails in which not are like this, and the people who are there, that criminals don't have to get killed, and they won't escape to that jails. So furthermore, the homicides rates are higher in countries who has a death penalty rather than the ones who doesn't have. Here is a picture where you have the countries who has the penalty death. Another thing is that nowadays there are many people who are in jail because of crimes that they haven't committed. So if we are making that mistakes, there are the risk of killing someone that haven't committed that crime. So that would be a very, very, very mistake, and we have to don't make that mistake. And if you are thinking of USA, it's a country who have that penalty. Not everything is like the USA. There are countries that have that penalty death, and they are using that penalty death to crimes that doesn't deserve that end. And thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Marina. I'm the second rebuttal. Well, first of all, from the beginning of time, wise men and women, kings, philosophers, queens, have stated that capital punishment is a fair thing for some fair subjects. Not every type of crime, but some specific crimes such as raping or murder, massive murder or whatever. So first of all, Hammurabi, I don't know if you know him, he was a very important king in the ancient era, and he, in one of his laws, he said eye for an eye. It's not revenge, it's justice. So if you commit a murder, you can go to jail for 10 or 20 years and then come out as if nothing happened and then commit a murder again. Okay, yeah, second chances are okay, but there's something called serial killers who don't understand that fact. In their mind, they are serial killers and they can understand the consequences of killing. So should that people really be left in the world? And they're victims, because crime is not like, oh, well, he murdered someone, it's okay, we just punish him for 20 years and it's okay. No, they are people who will not get the chance to live again. They are dead because of that person and they are not coming back. So is that really fair? Besides, Nancy Reagan said in one of her books that many people would be alive by now if capital punishment, death penalty, was a thing. Well, she was right. Do you imagine how many people would be right now alive if some serial killers who were left out of jail, if they were killed, not killed, just apply justice on them, a quick justice, not like torture and then death. No. End it quickly with honor, but fair, because they're leaving people who made something wrong.
El tiempo ha terminado.
Sorry.
Hello everyone, my name is Celia and I'm going to be doing the second rebuttal. First of all, Marina, I respect your opinion, but I gotta say that philosophy is a theory that acts as a guide. It doesn't tell you what you need to do. So I don't think that we should be guided only by philosophy. And also, as you said, it was said by people like kings, philosophers in the ancient times. Don't you think that as a society we need to evolve and to change our mindset? Because at least I think we need to do it. And also, I think that we have changed our philosophy of life from many years ago. Also, I think that we should talk about the values that create a peaceful society. First of all, is the honesty, the optimism, but most importantly, the forgiveness. Now, if we are using death penalty, we are not using forgiveness. We are not forgiving that people. We are not giving that person a second chance that might help them to become a better person. And honestly, I think, and my whole team thinks, that everyone deserves a second chance to improve and to become better. I think that we haven't talked either about the family, not only about the family of the person that committed the crime, but of the person that the crime was committed, because they are feeling bad because something bad happened to their family member. And by using the death penalty on them, they know that now that person is basically resting in peace and they are peaceful. However, if we put them in jail, that family member knows that they are kind of spending their life there, and that's justice. I don't think that killing is justice. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Alvaro. I'm going to be doing the conclusion for my team. As I always say, before starting with my conclusion, I'm going to talk about some of the things that you said that we don't totally agree with you. In the first place, Alfonso said in the introduction that you become the same monster when you kill somebody. And what we think is that what you're doing is eradicating a criminal. What you're doing is like quitting these bad seeds that grow in your garden and that are bad and they're detrimental for society. On the first argument, Julia said that, talked about the money factor, if I'm not wrong, said that death penalty was more expensive than it was to be in jail or something like that, I believe. And what we think is that it cannot be measured only with money. There are also emotional things to take into consideration that are not being thought here, that all the suffering that families have, all the grieving that's growing inside them, that must have some kind of rewards in the future. And second argument, Celia talked about how we have evolved as society. And again, we're talking about the same thing. The grieving, the feeling bad about someone being killed in your family has been the same in the 14th century that is right now in the 21st century. It's the same. It has not changed. So actually families deserved to have some kind of revenge, to have some kind of reborning again after the loss they have suffered. All along this debate, we've been discussing a few main points. In the first place, we would like to remind that death penalty in this case is considered to be totally painless, which means it doesn't cause us any pain. It can be used to negotiate in the sense that you can use it in a trial in order to prevent more criminals to keep doing what they are doing, which is murders, like homicides, whatever. We've talked about how retribution is not revenge. Like we consider that death penalty should be implemented in order to give the families what they've lost, even if it's not the same. We think that a tiny part of the justice system should be dedicated to the victims. The punishment should fit the crime: death by death, a tooth by a tooth, an eye by an eye, and it prevents others from committing the same crimes. We've also we've also showed some examples, such as betraying, like what's considered to be a crime that serves death penalty, which is betraying your country, homicides, and robbery. So at this point, it's time for us to say that we strongly believe that a capital crime should carry death punishment, and we're totally for this subject. Thank you very much.
Any society with serious offenders is committing the same violence that it condemns. Capital punishment does not only not decrease murder rates and can be used to control the people in many countries, has been done before in history, but it also doesn't comfort the family of the victim. Listen, by doing capital punishment on a murderer, the family of the victim isn't comforted just because the other person is now dead. That just makes the murderer feel bad too, because it spreads the pain, because even if they've done something bad, it's members of their family, it's a part of them, and just losing them and losing the other person, it's just a lose-lose situation. And I feel like we need to take a look at it. It asks us if capital crime should be punished with capital punishment, as long as the method of killing them isn't cruel or unusual. There's no way of killing that isn't cruel or unusual. Listen, the biggest part of the human rights is the right to live, and capital punishment is a way of violating these rights. And human rights apply to everybody because we're humans, even to the worst of us. We are all humans, and these rights apply to all of us. We should respect them, and we should just let people be. I want to talk about some things that you said. I want to explain why I disagree. First of all, Lucia said that some people don't deserve to live. As I've mentioned previously, everybody has human rights and they deserve to. And if you let them go, if you give them a second chance, it's not like they're going to go out there and nothing's going to change, because jail is a tough place. Jail is not a place where you just kind of hang out and just stay there for a while because you committed a crime. It's a cruel place with violent people, and being able to have freedom again teaches people a really important lesson, and I feel like we should value this lesson more, because everybody can have a second chance, and even if they seem like they can't be helped, everybody really just can be helped. And as I said before, some countries use it for control, not justice. Some countries like Middle East or Central Asia use it for religious purposes or even sexual orientation. We preach a society that respects everybody's opinion and that lets people be regardless of what they believe in. But despite this, many countries use this for control. So we should just get rid of capital punishment, because not only will stop families from feeling horrible because of the loss of a member, and it will also stop being capital punishment being used for control. Imagine this is an innocent person. Would you like to kill them like this? No, I'd rather give them a second chance. Thank you.
Okay, perfect. So our debate has ended. Congratulations on our semifinalists, our group 1. That was a great debate. It was definitely a difficult topic, and you guys had very choice words and very delicate words to talk about it. So that was really impressive. What we're going to do now, as you guys know, is deliberate the 3 judges. We have myself, Mark, and Steven, who each will go to our rubrics, add up our points, and then we'll come back and deliver the winner, who will be moving on to the final with us later this afternoon. So give us a quick minute and we'll come back and reveal the winner of today's debate.
Muchas gracias, Gaby. Ahora mi compañera Silvia. Hola, Silvia.
Hello, everyone.
Hola, ella es asesora académica de Amco Iberia y Silvia ahora va a aprovechar para hablar un ratito y haceros una pequeña entrevista a los alumnos de esta primera semifinal para que nos contéis vuestra experiencia e impresiones, ¿vale? Silvia, cuando tú quieras.
Well, first of all, I want to say it was a privilege to hear both teams debating on such a difficult and controversial topic. So thank you so much for the great job that you've both done. And now I thought that while we're waiting for the judges to deliberate, I would love to hear and ask different students from different teams about their experience in this debate league this year. So for example, Celia from Cristo Rey, can you tell me about what has been the best part of being in this debate for you, in this debate league?
Well, hello. First of all, I would say that the most important thing is that I was able to work in a group and to learn how to do everything, the graphic organizers, look for information, all as a team. And I just really love the experience of being able to see different points of view and be able to rebate them. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, excellent, fantastic. I'm glad you learned a lot of new things as well. And let's go to Codema here. For example, let's see, Lucia, maybe you can tell me about how did you and your team prepare and practice? What was the process over these last couple of months? Can you share with us what you guys did?
Yeah, well, we had some classes where we worked together in a table. We looked for information and all that. And then when we got home, we also would send each other graphics or whatever we found that we thought would be important. And well, some topics were a bit hard to work on because the idea in general was maybe too big or something, and we wouldn't be able to tell what the question would be. But at the end of the day, we would manage to find something that would help us in the debate. So it was a lot of fun, honestly. I really like that part too.
So you worked together as a group to come up with the different ideas and arguments, and then also perhaps also individually as well, right? Or was it more of a group effort where you guys would decide, what the topics or arguments you would have?
Well, when we felt like we were short in arguments, or we felt like we needed more thoughts on the topics, we would look for information on our own if the time wasn't enough when we worked together. But overall, since we worked pretty well as a team, we had most of the ideas come up together.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. Let's go back to Cristo Rey here, maybe Alfonso. Would you recommend this competition to other students like yourself? Would you recommend it?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I got recommended by my own brother, and I think I would recommend participating or at least trying in this competition because it's been really fun the last 4 months.
Okay, and why would you recommend it to somebody? If they said, but why should I do this? Why should I participate? What would be some of the reasons you would give them to encourage them to participate?
Well, I believe it's a great experience for everyone to participate in this kind of tournament that a lot of people in all over Iberia and all over the peninsula or just Spain works and realizing that it's not just your school who is participating in this, but a lot of people all around the country. It's something really good.
Yeah, very special. Thank you so much for giving us your opinion. Let's go back to Codema here. Maybe Javi, I can ask you a question about what would you say is the most memorable experience or highlights from this competition? Like, for example, if from 5 years from now, you look back at this event and this experience, what would you say would stick out in your mind?
That's a tough question, but I would definitely say that the preparing with the team, as Lucia said, we were all together working as a team, also individual sometimes, but especially those times when we share, when we become even more friends than we were, because some of us didn't have a good relationship between us, and now we do have one. So I think that's the most important part. Knowing your teammates, knowing you have backup there. If you don't know something, we can help you all the time during the debates, sharing those notes, how to tell something, how to express yourself during those arguments. So I think it's the most important part, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, especially the new friendships, I think, are really important and will stay with you for a very long time, and those memories that you had together as a team. Fantastic. Let's go back to Cristo Rey, and maybe I will ask Julia a question. Can you tell me what you think was, or what you felt your team or you was the hardest part during this debate? Like, was it to prepare? Was it to express yourself? What do you think?
I think that the hardest part was like putting into common, because we were like one person think one thing and another other, and it was like a little bit weird, and we had to put everything like in the graphic organizer.
Okay, but you learned a lot, right? During those challenges, you still learned a lot on how to come together as a team, and come to a consensus, and do all that stuff. Fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna go back. Wow, they're taking a while to deliver, which means this was a very difficult decision. So that means that both teams did an excellent job. Let's go back to Codema, and maybe I can ask Anna a question.
Anna, that's me. Well, Anna, in fact, we were 6 here, but Anna couldn't make it today.
So okay, so Anna's not here today. Okay, so maybe Alvaro, you can you can answer my question.
Yeah.
Let's see, what question do I have for you here? Okay. Actually, maybe I'll ask you the same question I asked Julia. What was the most challenging part for you and the team during the league? During this competition?
Well, I'd say it's to prepare all the organizers, but mostly it would be to prepare the whole question during just 10 minutes. That it's the time we've got to, to go into the debate and just debate against the other team. So like preparing the question and the exact arguments we need to bring to the debate in order to, to make our point clear. I would say that's the most difficult part of the debate, for sure.
And how do you feel to have made it this far?
Well, it's absolutely awesome that you see all the work you've done. It's worthwhile. Like, you've done it for something. It's not just that it's lost somewhere in the way. That you've actually made some progress during all the way here. Like we were remembering minutes before how it was to be in the preparation debates, and we didn't reach the time we needed to talk for, and it was really tough. But now everything goes really smooth, and we can go debate in a better way, more organized and all together, which is the most important thing, of course.
Thank you. Fantastic. And Adrian, I'm going to ask you as well, how have you improved or how have you progressed, or have you seen a progression in yourself from at the beginning, how you used to debate, and now? Adrian?
Yes, I have noticed a really big improvement in my ability to debate and how I'm being able to structure all the points together and just figuring out what I say. And yeah, before I didn't really participate in anything similar to a debate, therefore I wasn't the most experienced. But now that we're at the semifinals, I think I've gotten a little better, and I'm really grateful that I could be a part of the debate.
Okay, so it was cutting out a bit, but I think you discussed about the organization and your ability to organize and to present a lot easier over time. Okay, thank you so much, Adrian. Okay, thanks so much, Adrian. And let's see, perhaps I will go back to Codema. Who haven't I spoken to there?
Marina.
Yes. Okay, so Marina, let me ask you about your improvement. What do you think has been, how have you improved and how have you changed since the beginning of the debate and participating, and now in the semifinals?
Well, at the beginning, I really didn't know how to manage the stress of the debate. So I rushed in and I didn't really say much information, but now I think I know how to relax more and understand how to organize the points and say what I have to say and focus on the important things.
Yeah, that's a very good point. I'm glad you mentioned that, the ability to deal with a stressful situation where you're feeling anxious, and how to help yourself to calm down and control your emotions and your stress, and to be able to do a good job. I think that will be very helpful for you. That's a very useful skill for future experiences and situations where you might find yourself a bit unsure or insecure at the beginning, but you know that with time and with practice and preparation, you will get a lot better. So fantastic. Thank you for sharing that. I think that was really important.
Cuando se acabe, cuando nos eliminen.
Okay, I think somebody has their microphone on from Virgen de Mirasierra. So if you can please turn, thank you so much. Okay, and have I spoken to everyone in Cristo Rey? I think I have. Perhaps I will ask the coach, Raquel, something. Raquel, what do you...
Yeah, I'm here. I'm not Alfonso and Raquel.
Yes. Thank you so much for leading your team, and congratulations on getting to the semifinals. So I thought maybe you can share your experience as a coach, and what has been the highlight for you in this process and in this debate league.
Well, I've been so many years as a coach of debates, and every year is different. Every year is better, I could say. I like it so much, the motivation of my students from the very beginning. This year, I think that there have been difficult debates because we didn't know the question to the exact moment of the debate. So there has been more motivational, perhaps, because we have to work even harder than other previous years. And I think that we have created a team, okay, a team where we have spoken about debates, but we have also spoken about the things that we have that have created us an amazing unity among us. And I'm really proud of all of them, all. Even if we win or even if we don't, I think that being here is that a reward for everyone. And thank you very much, because you have been very patient with our technical problems, for giving us this amazing opportunity. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you, and to all the coaches for putting in their free time to help their students and their teams prepare. We know that you're very busy as teachers and have already a lot on your plate. So we are very appreciative for everything that you've done for your team. And I know that your students and your school is as well. And now I'm going to ask the coaches of CODEMA, who I can see far away. What can you tell us about what has been the best experience for you, or what has been a highlight for you during this debate league and competition?
I haven't taken into account the first year. Well, so we have enjoyed a lot, actually. We are really proud of them. It was great. Just to observe them, to how they improve, how they build up their confidence, and that they work as a team whole time. And well, it was amazing, actually. Well, we really enjoyed it. What to say, the most challenging things for us was maybe the beginning, what Marina said. Well, I really agree with her. Like, the stress and information we had, and, to get relaxed and to enjoy it. Well, I think that they reached their goal. Well,
Well, thank you so much for all of your time and effort. Like I said, if it wasn't up for the coaches, this wouldn't be possible. So we really appreciate it. Okay, I think our judges are back and they have a final decision. So take it away. Good luck to both teams.
Muchísimas gracias, Silvia. Y bueno, lo primero, por supuestísimo, gracias, enhorabuena por haber llegado hasta aquí. Chicos, chicas, vaya dos equipazos, vaya primera semifinal. ¿Preparados para escuchar este resultado? ¿Sí? Venga, pues ya tengo los puntos que nos han pasado los jueces después de su deliberación. Con 91 puntos, el Colegio Cristo Rey. Y con 94 puntos, el Colegio Corazón de María de Gijón. ¡Enhorabuena!
No lo tenía tan claro yo tampoco, ¿vale?
Yeah, we're in shock right now. That's what we're.
Uy, he escuchado por ahí algún micro. Gracias, muchísimas gracias a Raquel, a todos los participantes del Colegio Cristo Rey. Un abrazo fortísimo. Lo habéis puesto difícil, os lo aseguro. Enhorabuena, enhorabuena de verdad por haber llegado hasta aquí. Ahora sí, el Colegio Codema, enhorabuena, lo habéis hecho fenomenal. Sí os pido que, como vamos a dar paso en esta misma reunión, en esta misma sala, ¿vale? Le vamos a dar la enhorabuena, a la bienvenida y vamos a empezar con la segunda semifinal. Por favor, silenciamos los micros, quitamos la cámara, ¿vale? Y así nos vamos rápidamente con la segunda semifinal, ¿ok? En esta segunda semifinal vamos a contar con un jurado diferente, que aunque os lo he presentado antes, aprovecho para recordaros quiénes son. A ver si les veo por aquí las caritas. Ya tenemos aquí al jurado. Ya están llegando, bueno, activando sus cámaras los participantes de los colegios Virgen de Mirasierra y San Luis, desde Madrid y desde Barcelona. También preparados los jueces. Os decía que aunque los presentaba antes, al inicio de esta emisión, os recuerdo que son mis compañeros Carmen, Esther y Laura. Hola.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the semifinal.
Yes,
hello.
Welcome everyone. Hello.
Pues yo creo que ya estamos todos. Laura, si no me engaña la vista, estamos todos los participantes. Te dejo la palabra, Laura, todo tuyo y empezamos con esta segunda semifinal, ¿vale?
Un momento.
Un momento.
Es
¿Quién nos
que,
pide un momento? A ver.
es que tengo que hacer la introducción y me he puesto sustituto y tengo que hacer la introducción, así que me voy un momento, me cambio de nombre.
Vale, pero además como eres Nicolás, ¿verdad? De Virgen de Mirasierra.
Sí. Es que
vale,
me he
pues,
liado un montón porque...
no pasa nada. Estos son los nervios del directo, ¿verdad, Nicolás?
Sí.
Claro, esto nos pasa a todos. Si te digo que estoy nerviosa yo y no participo, ¿qué te parece? Pero bueno, es que nos estáis dando unas semifinales y ahora viene una siguiente semifinal que va a ser, vaya, trepidante seguro.
Sí.
Sí. Pero como tú ya lo has hecho durante los debates seguro, ¿te sabes cambiar el nombre o te ayudamos?
Sí. No, sí. Pero me refiero, me tengo que salir y ahora vuelvo. Porque creo que no se puede hacer desde aquí.
Yo creo que si le das a los 3 puntitos de arriba,
sí
lo puedes hacer desde ahí, ¿eh?
Te pones renombrar.
Exacto. Mira, un buen compañero o compañera por ahí que te ha ayudado. Efectivamente, donde está tu imagen, Nicolás, y si no ya te están ayudando desde el control de nuestros compañeros, desde donde está tu imagen, arriba verás 3 puntitos, arriba a la derecha, 3
vale,
puntitos.
Sí, ya está. Sí,
Ahí puedes renombrarte, ¿vale? De todas formas, no te preocupes porque nuestro jurado, tanto Laura como Carmen como Esther, lo saben que no eres sustituto, que tú haces la introducción, ¿vale?
Vale.
Y no pasa nada. Venga, muchas gracias, Nicolás, gracias a todos. Laura, todo tuyo.
Thank you, Mavi. Thank you. Welcome once again to the semi-final. Welcome the schools Virgen de Mirasierra and San Luis. Okay, so well, we have been through the first semi-final and the winner was Corazón de María Gijón. So you are the winner of today's the second semi-final is going to compete and debate against Corazón de María in the final. Okay. So yeah, so we know that we already have a winner. So let's decide who's the second winner, the second team who goes to the final at 2:45. Well, maybe later, I don't know, depending on the time, because you know the deliberations at this point are longer than normal because we are in a semi-final, and of course the level is very high. So I'm supposed that you want to know, well, very quick, let's review the rules. I'm sure that you already know, but very quick, you have your headphones on, your mics off if you are not speaking, your cameras on all the times. We received your graphic organizer, so well done, and congratulations, because you made a really good job in your with your graphic organizers, honestly. Now we are three judges, Carmen, Esther, and me. And the structure is the same as you already know. But now we are going to give up to 120 points, okay? Because we are three judges in this semi-final, okay? After revealing the topic, you have 10 minutes to prepare the debate as always. So let's find out what's the topic, okay, for the second semifinal. So please, if you can, if the control can share the screen and figure out what's the topic, I would appreciate it. Okay, maybe you are thinking who's your favorite topic. I'm sure that you have in your mind what topic do you want to choose. You want maybe you have your favorite topics. Of course, there are 8 topics, so you have 2 or 3 weeks to prepare the topics, and I'm sure that some of them are more friendly or more close to you, other ones are more difficult to deal with, but I have no doubts that all, regardless of the topics, you have learned a lot preparing the debate, right? So, well, I'm not sure, I don't know if there's any problems, but okay, in some seconds, let's figure out and decide the topic, okay? Well, the previous one, capital punishment, was very difficult, right? Yeah. Okay, first of all, before the topic, let's decide who team is pro and who team is con, all right? So, for example, Hugo from San Luis. Hello, Hugo.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, can you pick a number from 1 to 6, please?
Number 4.
Number 4. So, pro. So it means that San Luis is pro. So it means that Virgen de Mirasierra is con. Okay, so now let's figure out the topic and see the statement as well, okay? So please, can we pass to the next slide? Yeah, thank you. All right, so we already had the topic about social networks and teenagers and the capital punishment. So let's decide what's then the next topic and what's the topic for the second semifinal. So, for example, no, Cristo is here, and I don't know, maybe from Virgen de Mirasierra, any student? I'm not reading your names, so any volunteer from Virgen de Mirasierra? Hello?
Me?
Yeah, for example, what's your name? Because I can't read your name now. Adrian, yeah, please. Please, Adrian, tell me one letter.
Sí.
C. Okay, letter C. is topic number 3, which is internet access. Okay, it's internet access. So now let's figure out what's the statement. The statement is internet should be a human right, which means it should be universal and free for everyone. Write it down, take some seconds to write it down. So it means that San Luis, you are you agree, or you are in favor that internet should be a human right. Okay, it should be universal and free for everyone. But Virgen de Mirasierra, you are con. So it means that you believe that internet shouldn't be a human right. Okay, it shouldn't be universal and free for everyone. All right, is that clear? Did you have time to write it down? Yes, perfect. So as always, as we always do, you have 10 minutes, okay, to prepare it with your team. So we'll send you to the breakout rooms. All right, and it's 12:43. So at 12:53, if I'm not wrong, okay, we are coming back and we'll start the debate. All right, good luck everyone, and we'll see you in a few minutes. Bye. Congratulations to all the teams. It was a pleasure for me as a judge to participate in the classification phase. I was impressed by how you conveyed your messages with passion, with energy. So my advice would be do it the same way as you have been doing during the league. And I wish you the best luck. You all are champions. So congratulations again.
Hey guys, it's been awesome listening to you in the past weeks, and congratulations. You've been wonderful, and I'm really looking forward to hearing what you had to defend in the final. So I see you there. Don't give up. You can do it.
I would tell students who want to join the debate league next year that they should definitely do it. It's a great learning opportunity, and I have really learned to overcome my fears of speaking in public, and I have learned to improvise and to make the most out of my ideas. So I think it's a great learning opportunity.
I think that it's a great opportunity to learn from mates from other courses, and it's very fun.
From the debate league, I like all the teamwork you have to do with your partners, and also how I learned how to do not fear to talk in English in public and in front of people like I did before.
I will repeat this debate league as long as I can talk with prepared and interesting people. I would repeat this debate league because I met some unusual, prepared and interesting people, and it showed me how to teamwork and how to improve my English in a debate.
I always like to speak with other people in all the language I know. And debate in English is like a dream I've ever had.
Hi, this has been our second year participating in the debate program, and well, all we have to say is positive. Last year we had a great experience and we got to the final phase, which was a great achievement for our students, and the same happened this year and we're here again. We're really proud of them, and we think that it has been a great opportunity for them. They have worked effortlessly, and they have become very united team.
I think it's an invaluable experience, and it will open a lot of doors for you in the future, so definitely do it and you will have the most fun.
Not scared, but like very nervous. And when we were debating, we start to be relaxed, like think that we could do that.
And it's something so cool to have the opportunity to debate also in English.
And I don't know, and definitely I would recommend to other people because it's funny and also you learn a lot of things.
It's a lot of work, but on the other hand, we learn experience for life because it's not for that debate, that I love it.
I think they have to appoint to get to this debate because it's an amazing experience.
All of them were really excited about it. We have participated I represent them, all of them, at this debate, and they actually have them here at the phone. All of them talk to me.
Like this is like a dream because we can't imagine that never.
My team now, I think that we are more friends than we were.
I want to say thanks to all my school completely because they make all the debate and the process to do it possible.
And also, I don't know, we have been very good together with our teachers that they support us a lot.
They should be original, unique, and work hard to see all the information that you can give.
Si queréis puedo empezar yo, de verdad que no me lo esperaba, porque de verdad que hemos trabajado muy duro durante estos meses y como no pudimos participar en los tres primeros entrenamientos, pues claro, quizás no tenemos la experiencia suficiente o algo, pero de verdad que increíble, una emoción y una adrenalina durante toda la mañana que vamos, ahora llegas, has ganado y la sueltas toda. Qué notición, de verdad. Muchísimas gracias, de verdad, por dejarnos participar, porque el nivel de inglés, al menos a mí, se me ha notado que más soltura, menos vergüenza y más emoción al hablar en inglés. Cada vez me gusta más esta lengua, sinceramente.
Fantástico, enhorabuena. Eso es lo que nos encanta, sacar inglés fuera del aula, que penséis, que habléis y que lo utilicéis como medio de comunicación y, por supuesto, de pensamiento y de argumentación. Así que escuchar frases como la de María, pues a nosotros nos llena mucho. Así que enhorabuena, enhorabuena, chicos, enhorabuena a todos. Si alguien del Colegio Profesional de la Salud, que nos cuente algo.
Vale, ¿hablo en español o en inglés?
Como tú quieras, porque como nos están siguiendo padres, yo estoy hablando en español para que los padres que nos... pero lo que quieras, ¿eh?
Pues yo felicito, por supuesto, al otro equipo, a todos. Luego también, Marcos, es que me divierto un montón contigo cuando estás hablando, porque me parte de risa. Luego también Lucía lo ha hecho genial. María, un nivelazo de inglés, aunque no lo crea. Y Marta luego también. Es que incluso la cara de Marta me suena, no sé de qué. Pero bueno, la verdad que es que esta liga... Nosotros la primera vez que participamos, porque somos los más pequeños, bueno, no sé si habrá 8, pero vamos a primero de la ESE, entonces pues la primera vez que participamos, aunque llevamos trabajando con Amco.
Lo habéis hecho súper bien, ¿eh?
Gracias. Y pues también hemos trabajado también mucho, no esperamos llegar ni a la final, no, es que no esperamos llegar ni a cuartos ni nada. Estoy súper orgullosa de mi equipo y bueno, pues a disfrutar el premio. Vamos a estar segundos y vosotros muchísimas felicidades porque os lo merecéis.
Amco.
Happy to learn.
Wow, it was excited to see the video from last year, right? To the final. Yeah. Okay. So we are all back. I think so. All right, guys. So I think you had more than 10 minutes. So good for you, okay, to have this extra time to prepare it with your teams. All right, so before starting, just very quick to review the positions. San Luis, you are pro, okay, so you are the one who starts and you are in favor of you think that internet should be a human right, universal and free. And Virgen de Mirasierra, you are con, you are against that internet access is a human right. So you think that it shouldn't be a human right, it shouldn't be universal and free. We have a timer, okay, in the semi-final. You see, you can see it on the screen, okay. So please, time to be tied to the time, okay. Otherwise, you're going to get some sign or something to remind you that you finish, okay. All right, so I'm not going to say anything else. If you are ready, we'll start the second semi-final. Good luck, everyone. Okay, I send you a lot of energy and we are all ears. Whenever you want, San Luis, you can start. Thank you.
Good morning. We are the team from San Luis School, and today we are going to be presenting our position, our opinion, and our argument on should be a human right, universal and free for everyone. In this debate, I will lead interaction. Maya will be in charge of the first rebuttal, giving you our database arguments. Hugo will do the second rebuttal, and Abril will give you our conclusion for the entire debate. Let's start. We live in a technological world, and billions of people have internet access. Think about us. We are in a privileged enough position holding this debate thanks to the internet. But did you know that only 1 out of 3 children have home internet access? In the digital era, can you imagine what happened during the pandemic? They were out of the educational system. They stopped receiving education for 2 years. 2 years! This shouldn't be allowed. By not making it a universal right, we are contributing to the expansion of this tremendous gap. Isn't education a universal right? Would you ban education? Well, we are doing it by not making it universal and free. Internet access should be a basic human right. Thank you very much.
Hello, we are the school Virgen de la Sierra, and I am Nico, and I'm going to talk about the cons, the introduction of cons. First of all, maybe the economy, the government cannot pay the internet for all the country. So if people don't have internet, it's because maybe they don't work or they are poor. That is not fair because maybe the rich people wants to have internet and the poor cannot. Also, the internet can be used to harm others by cyberbullying and things like that. And if everyone has internet, that would be bad because also there are illegal things that you can do with it, like the dark web, that they sell organs and guns by an illegal way. Also, 20 years ago, there was no internet and we were very good. So why don't we keep doing this? Thank you.
Okay. First of all, nowadays, internet is something necessary to everyone in school, work, and personal needs. And it should be considered as a basic human right for only 3 simple reasons: knowledge, connectivity, and freedom. Also, people who are unable to get internet access evidently have less opportunities to do basic things that everyone should be able to do. As my partner Vai said, 1 out of 3 people have internet access, which means that 67% of the world population is constantly facing a closed door that doesn't allow them to have a fair chance at a bright future. The internet is well known as a platform where people can discuss issues, politics, society, economy, and other things, as well as giving a platform for change makers to flourish. If the internet is a basic human right, everyone in the world has an equal opportunity to have their voices heard, to educate themselves, each other, and to come together to fight for change, where change is needed. Free internet will also facilitate the sharing and development of ideas, from technology to health, from art to finance, and from politics to sociology. All of these things are core parts of a functioning society, and the internet is the perfect platform to allow people from all walks of life to meet and discuss in a virtual environment. Thank you.
I'm Carmen, and I'm going to be defending that internet should not be a human right or be free. Maya, you pointed out 3 things, one being that the internet can provide knowledge, but 20 years ago, maybe they did not have even half of the internet access that we have nowadays. And either way, we had incredible people that were just as capable as we are right now having internet access to do incredible things with the knowledge they had at the time. A human right is known as something that is a necessity to live a healthy and meaningful life. For example, having food or a shelter, whereas internet access is something that can help these situations be better, but does not mean it is 100% going to make sure you have a meaningful life. You also said that it is very important for education. It is understood that and the internet access can be helpful during projects or maybe just learning. But if you prepare something before you go into class, the class can be just as meaningful and just as good, and you can learn and you can create knowledge just as well. Thank you very much.
So if we think deeply about this subject, we have to say that the internet should be a human right. Why? Because the internet is the mainly mean of international communication. The internet has brought people, communities, and even countries all together. It is a new and functional way to maintain peace between countries, not through the government, but through society. It is also full of interesting videos, websites, or applications that present and explain interesting information. In addition, websites like Facebook, Reddit, or Twitter allows people to present that opinion that no one has decided to listen to. And you can make someone's day by just liking a comment. Imagine the boost of trust and appreciation that people you like the comment will feel. Also, it is important for education. There's a lot of apps like Canva or Genially that allow teachers to do a lot of visually attractive presentations and students to do homework or to present a subject in a more dynamic way. Not only that, but internet is also a good way of stress relief because you can play funny and simple games. Gmail allows the students to maintain constant communication with teachers, and you can find easily information for homework or exams. If we know this, we should ask ourselves, if education is a right, why shouldn't internet will? Also, Nicolas, you talked about the dark web. I have to tell you that there's a lot of speculation from there, and it's easier to find normal blogs. Thank you so much.
Okay, I do not agree that, well, I do agree actually. You can actually like make someone's day by liking their comment or doing like liking any post they do, but just as you can do that, you can also do the exact opposite, and you can also ruin someone's day or even life just by like posting a picture of them, for example. And the thing is, it is not regulated who gets into the internet and who doesn't. So, for example, if you are someone who likes to promote your religion, for example, let's take Islamic group for in like ISIS, you can create your community, and through the dark web, for example, you can teach people who follow you to sell drugs and organs and guns, things that are not okay because no one is really preventing them. And also cults can also happen in the internet, and it is something that happens a lot too. And also the spread of fake misinformation that anyone can do just by posting something can affect a lot of people. And despite all of this, internet is something that costs a lot of money, and not all governments can support the decision to implement internet into every single country. That's something that will not happen in a long time. Thank you.
Hello, so I want to start off our conclusion by addressing what both Nico and Angela said. You said that many governments would not be able to fund the internet being a free thing for everyone, but I want to ask you, don't you think that we allocate a bunch of funds to many useless things, and that we should remove them from things that are not as useful and that do not bring such good benefits, and then move them over to giving internet access to everyone? Also, you talked about the bad consequences that can come from the internet, and about many harmful things that come from it. Yes, and you stated that if everyone had access to the internet, things would get very bad. But I also want to ask you, who regulates who is allowed to use the internet and who isn't? Because when talking about all of these consequences, you are basically saying that no one should be allowed to use the internet. Because should I be allowed to watch all of those bad things, but then the person next to me shouldn't? I mean, who regulates that? Who says who can and who can't? And also, we have talked about education. The internet is helping build the mind of the future. I mean, you want your future doctors, your future teachers, your future scientists to be educated, and we are constantly striving for equality. So by not allowing everyone to have a free internet access, we are caging them, we are imprisoning their development, and we are closing many, many, many doors in the faces of people who do not have the same privilege as others. I mean, as Vae said, we are hosting this debate with the internet, and we are learning so much from it. Other kids who don't have internet access, the same as we do, they wouldn't be able to learn. So don't you think that should be a possibility that everyone should have? Of course, there should be regulations. We are not saying that everything should be completely unregulated, but we think that it is a thing that everyone should have access to. So that is why we believe that internet should be considered a human right. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Pedro, and I'm going to start my conclusion by mentioning some points that you guys have made. First of all, I totally agree when you guys have said that education should be a human right, because it is. But you can obtain education without the need of internet. So then why would there be a change? Also, by making internet free, you wouldn't make any change, because the problem is that not the kids. The problem is not that the kids can't afford internet. It's that they cannot afford the platforms and the resources to access it. Now, you guys have talked about internet and why people deserve it to be international, but I don't think that some people deserve it. For example, pedophiles and zoophiles. And I think everyone in this room can agree that they do not deserve any like a platform or any kind of interaction with the internet and other people. Now, focusing on the human rights part. If you make internet a human part, a human right, it will make something very exaggerated. Because, for example, one human right is also liberty. So you're comparing liberty with internet, which is something very imbalanced. Also, I would like to mention that there's some webs and pretty disturbing stuff, such as the dark web, where people sell illegal things that will not be very balanced within the human rights, because it will not make any sense and you will be contradicting yourself. And you guys have also mentioned how there's a lot of good websites and that we are only focusing on the bad. However, the problem is that the problem is that it's present, and as long as it's still present, people can still access it. Now, people pay, the government pays a lot of money in order for us to have internet, and the creation of internet costs millions of dollars only for us to access it. And you still think that it should be something free. Do you not think that's something very unfair? You have access to internet, that's why we're here, and you're still complaining that it's free and that people should do not have it. You should be grateful that you don't have to pay for it. And that's why we think that there should be any kind of change in order for one, us to pay, and two, to make it a non-universal. Thank you.
Okay, guys, take a breath. Okay, you made it. Okay, you made this this second debate of the day. So now Carmen, Esther, and me are going to debate, or well, yeah, we're going to debate and deliberate. Okay, who's the, yeah, we're going to debate for sure because it's very, very tight. Okay, so again, you're going to be sent to the breakout rooms, and when we have the result, we reveal the winner. But no, you are not going to be sent to the breakout rooms. I'm so sorry. You stay here. Exactly. You stay here because Silvia is going to interview and to ask some questions about all this process, all this debate league. Okay. So see you in a few minutes. Bye.
Bye.
Silvia, cuando tú quieras.
Okay, I was waiting for you.
Cuando tú quieras. Aprovecha que
Okay,
están aquí ahora todos los participantes.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much to both teams for doing such a great job. I really enjoyed listening to this particular topic being argued. Both of you did fantastic. So now I just thought that maybe we could take this opportunity to ask you some questions about your experience during this whole debate league competition. So maybe we can start with Talaya from San Luis. Talaya, would you like to tell me about what has been the best part of this experience for you?
Well, maybe I'm not participating today, but I'm very grateful of my team because they were a very nice team. We collaborate, and I learned too much with this experience. And it was very, very interesting to see all these topics and just search information and speak about it. I agree about it.
It's cutting out a bit. I'm having a bit of a hard time hearing you.
I just want to say
She stopped speaking like a while ago. Like she can answer through my device if you want to.
Yeah, maybe that's better.
Thank you. Yeah, come here because they couldn't hear you. Don't worry. Come here.
That's okay.
They hear you now.
Yeah, can you tell me about, maybe now we can hear you, because I want to hear about your experience. I know you talked about a little bit about the importance of how you enjoyed being with the team, no? So do you want to tell me a little bit more now so we can hear you a little bit better?
Well, I think you heard about how grateful I'm with my team, and now I'm going to say the other part. I think is not listening. Okay, then I want to say that with this experience, I learned too much, and it's very incredible just to can argue with everyone or can search the information of the topics, because I think we're very interesting just to read the articles we found or to talk about it with the team, because we collaborate too much and was very fun and was very cool to talk with everyone. And maybe I'm not participating today, but I feel like I was here talking with everyone, just in my mind, but was incredible to see. It's incredible to see everything, and like I liked too much this
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
I'm glad it was a great experience for you, okay, and that you really enjoyed and you learned, more importantly. Good, and I'm going to ask maybe now from Virgen de Mirasierra, one of the substitutes as well. Is it Carmen?
Hello.
Hello, tell me a little bit about a highlight for you from this experience or something that you've learned that you really enjoyed.
So I've learned how to express my opinion better than I knew how to do it. And it's been great also to meet new people from my school that I didn't meet before or I didn't have the experience to. It was also interesting, in my opinion, to make the mind maps for each topic, and I've learned new things as why everyone should have internet or not.
Good.
And yep, I think that's all.
Fantastic. Well, maybe I will also ask Adrienne from your school, the other substitute. Adrienne, tell me about your experience in this competition league and what you have enjoyed the most.
Well, I think at first I didn't think it was going to be like this interesting, but when I did the first debate, I was like, wow, it was a very amazing experience. Between the graphic organizers, I think I learned a lot. We saw the information, we looked, and I also made new relationships with my partners now.
Excellent. Good. I'm happy you had a great experience. I'm going to go now to San Luis. Let's ask Vahe, can you tell me personally, what was the most difficult part for you in this league and in this competition? What was the hardest part?
I think that the difficultest part was preparing the debates because we don't know what questions it can be, so we prepare a lot, and I think that we work more in this part than in the rest of the debate.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you. But you guys did a fantastic job trying to prepare as much as you could in advance and then connecting it all together to the actual statement. So good job for doing that. Let me ask Carmen now from Virgen de Mirasierra. If you were in 5 years from now, when you look back at this experience, what would you say would be the biggest or the most memorable part for you? What memory will you have in your head?
I think my favorite part was when we went into the breakout rooms each time before the actual debate, when like the question was given, because I think that kind of showed like how as the debates were happening, like each time we were like better at making points quicker, and as a team we were like giving points to each other, and especially in the debate before this, we like made lots of points really quickly as to what we would say and everything, and I really liked how we were able to like get better at that during like each debate. I think that was like my favorite.
Yeah, it got easier over time, right?
Yeah.
Excellent. And let me go to San Luis here. Abril, maybe. How has your school supported you and your friends and your classmates? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, all of our teachers are very excited to see us participate in this competition, and they have encouraged us endlessly to have fun and to give the best that we can and to work really hard, because we have. And this year has been way more difficult than last year since we don't have the actual question we're going to be debating about. But it has also broadened our opportunities to learn and to expand the ways and the methods that we use to research information and to synthesize everything. And my friends and family, well, I think I can speak about all of our friends and family, are very supportive, and they are sending us messages and congratulating us and yeah, wishing the best for us.
Awesome. That's nice to hear that it's a community event and experience and everyone is supporting you. I'm going to go to Angelo in Virgen de Mirasierra. Can you tell me about what your family has thought about this experience and this competition? Your family and friends.
I think that my family were like supportive and well wanted me to succeed in the debate. They don't really speak English though, like fluently like me, so they just wanted me to win, but like they wouldn't help me at all because they can't really.
But they were supportive, and that's all
Yeah.
that matters, right? The emotional support is there, and that's more important than being able to speak English or helping you in that aspect. But good, I'm glad to hear that your family was super supportive as well, and friends. I'm going to go back maybe to Hugo in St. Louis. How have you improved since the beginning till now? Like, what have you seen has been the biggest progress that you have made?
Well, I've always liked to debate with interesting subjects, but sometimes I think I didn't have the opportunity to do it in this way with some of my classmates. And I'm grateful because I think I have improved a lot my debating skills. I'm very happy to have the opportunity of participating here. I think it helped my English level, also my communication skills, and all I can say is thank you. Thank you.
No, thank you. Let's go to Pedro in Virgen de Mirasierra. Can you tell me about how you and your team prepared for each debate? Kind of what was the process?
All right, so we made our graphic organizers that during our break on Mondays and on Fridays. So we will lose one of our breaks, which was kind of hard, but we got used to it. And then we will always make the graphic organizer. And then when we were on the debate, they will tell us another different topic or like one that we had like prepared less. So we would on the breakout rooms, we will start talking about like what we can say to add information. And well, it was like, it's pretty exciting because it's also improvising and I actually love improvising. So it was really good to me.
Good. So you definitely improved your improvising skills, right? And speaking on the spot. Fantastic. And Maya from St. Louis, how do you feel about making it to the semifinals? I mean, you guys made it all the way to the semifinals. How do you feel? What do you think?
Well, I think I'm very proud of my team and everyone. And also I feel a little bit nervous because like before this debate, I was very, very nervous to debate because I always get like so much nervous, but I think we did great and we put so much effort in this and I'm very proud of everyone.
Yes, good. You should be very proud. It's difficult to be nervous and to debate when you're nervous and speak in public. So you guys did a great job. Let's go to Nicholas. Let's see, Nicholas from Virgen de Mirasierra. How did you feel when you found out that you made it to the semifinals?
Well, like all the debates, I am very nervous because I am very nervous always because yeah, well, you know, we are going to lose, we are going to win, and like Pedro said, we need to do it all like in the 10 minutes that we have because and that makes me more nervous. Well, I was surprised because there was 22 people like schools in this debate, and I think that I am proud of what we've done, and I think that we've done it very well.
Good job. Yes, you have. Absolutely. I'm going to maybe ask the coaches a few questions now. Maybe we'll start with Claudia from St. Louis. I know you spoke in the video before about your experience, but maybe you can tell me about the progress and the improvements that you've seen in your students from the first training session till now the semifinals, for example.
Well, this is our second year participating, and like Abril and Maya, they were here last year, and I have like seen a great evolution on them. Like this year we started again, right? Because we had to create a new team, and we had some problems at the beginning, like deciding the members and deciding like who the final group was going to be, and they have all, you know, like collaborated so much. Like they haven't only learned English, but they have taught me. Like I learned from them. Like sometimes I am amazed at their ideas and what they come up with. And, you know, like as a teacher, sometimes you have this feeling of like controlling things, but they made it so easy. Like they are creative and brilliant minds, and I am so proud of them. So it was a great evolution in all aspects.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Claudia, for sharing. Rob, I was going to ask you a question, but I think the judges are back now. So I think I'm going to have to pass on the floor to them. So thank you so much for all of your sharing your experiences, and good luck to both teams.
Muchísimas gracias, Silvia. Bueno, chicas, chicos, ya estamos aquí de vuelta. Una segunda semifinal. Bueno, se lo habéis puesto al jurado bien difícil. Estoy viendo aquí sus caras y están todos. Venga, vamos con las puntuaciones de esta segunda semifinal. Con 88 puntos, el Colegio Virgen de Mirasierra. Y con 89 puntos el Colegio Sant Lluís de Barcelona. Enhorabuena al Colegio Sant Lluís de Barcelona, chicos, enhorabuena. Ay, qué trepidante semifinal nos habéis dado. Como veis, lo habéis puesto súper difícil. Enhorabuena de verdad también al Colegio Virgen de Mirasierra, lo habéis hecho fenomenal. Muchísimas gracias por participar, por llegar hasta aquí, es todo un éxito. Y al Colegio Sant Lluís lo esperamos ahora en la final. Muy importante, por favor, no nos salimos, ahora nos vamos a ir a descansar un poquito, volvemos puntuales a las 13:45, ¿vale? A las 2 menos cuarto en punto, vamos a comenzar nuestra gran final entre el Colegio Corazón de María de Gijón y el Colegio Sant Lluís de Barcelona. No nos salimos de aquí, por favor. Aprovecho para pedirle a Rob, el coach del Colegio Virgen de Mirasierra, si no te importa, quédate con nosotros en esta llamada, por fin, ¿vale? Para luego poder tener unos minutitos mi compañera Silvia para hablar contigo, ¿vale? Y nos vamos a descansar, no nos salimos de esta llamada y seguimos en esta misma emisión a las 13:45 con nuestra gran final. Hasta ahora.
At first, we were like not scared, but like very nervous. And when we were debating, we start to be relaxed, like think that we could do that.
And it's something so cool to have the opportunity to debate also in English.
And I don't know, and definitely I would recommend to other people because it's funny and also you learn a lot of things.
It's a lot of work, but on the other hand, we learn experience of, for life because it's not for that debate. That I love it.
I think they have to appoint to get to this debate because it's an amazing experience.
All of them were really excited about it. We have participated about. I represent them, all of them, at this debate, and they actually have them here at the phone. All of them talk to me.
Like this is like a dream because we can't imagine that never.
My team now, I think that we are more friends than we were.
I want to say thanks to all my school completely because they make all the debate and the process to do it possible.
And also, I don't know, we have been very good together with our teachers that they support us a lot.
They should be original, unique, and work hard to see all the information that you can give.
You guys excited? Welcome.
And my colleagues are Álvaro, Marina, Ana.
For a sense of belonging, so they will have.
$143 million of people all around the world, as you can see here. All the plates with blue color are plates where
they are just given less importance due to it being an internal language. English gives a lot of opportunities, and that's why.
Aluzo es nuestro programa digital flexible y adaptable al proyecto educativo de tu centro. Integrando recursos digitales, gamificación, herramientas Google y actividades en tiempo real. Estos recursos los encontrarás en el Gradebook, donde verás el progreso de tus estudiantes con trazabilidad, resultados, insignias y puntos, además de las siguientes destrezas en inglés: Writing, Speaking, Language and Vocabulary, Listening, and Global Connection. Aluzo utiliza la metodología Amco para enseñar inglés como segunda primera lengua. Integra los mismos fundamentos pedagógicos que Amco utiliza en todos sus programas: teoría de la voz generadora, inteligencias múltiples, inteligencia emocional, estrategias didácticas y habilidades del siglo XXI. Los objetivos académicos de Aluzo están basados de acuerdo con el marco común europeo de referencia. Utilizando este marco, hemos definido los siguientes niveles: Kick-Off, A2, A2+, B1, B1+, B2 y B2+. Como profesor tendrás acceso a programación anual, secuenciación mensual, planificación diaria, Gradebook, listado de todos tus estudiantes, y gráficas y estadísticas adaptado a las nuevas exigencias de la LOMLOE. Aluzo, tecnología al servicio del aprendizaje.
Amco Iberia, solución global y digital para la transformación del proyecto de inglés de los centros educativos. Llevamos más de 14 años diseñando sistemas de aprendizaje basados en un pilar fundamental: Amco Learning System. Apoyamos a las instituciones educativas por medio de contenido académico, diseños de aprendizaje, recursos físicos y digitales, acompañamiento personalizado, plataformas online y offline, eventos de socialización. Hoy nos centraremos en Gear Up, programa de aprendizaje de inglés desde infantil hasta sexto de primaria, con un perfil de promoción hasta A2+ según el marco común europeo de referencia de las lenguas. Gear Up cuenta con 6 unidades, que son contextos de aprendizaje. Como novedad y guiño a la biculturalidad, los alumnos contarán con nuevos contextos de aprendizaje donde practicarán estructuras gramaticales, ampliarán su vocabulario y mejorarán su competencia comunicativa al tiempo que conocen y se familiarizan con las ciudades de Londres, Los Ángeles y Nueva York. Recorrerán los lugares más emblemáticos de estas ciudades en infantil, primaria baja, primero, segundo y tercero de primaria y primaria alta, cuarto, quinto y sexto de primaria. Además, contarán con acceso a la plataforma Blended Skills, donde, cumpliendo con las exigencias de la nueva Ley de Educación LOMLOE, mejorarán la competencia digital. Por su parte, los docentes podrán proyectar y trabajar grupalmente, resolver actividades individuales o en pequeño grupo con trazabilidad y descargar e imprimir las actividades en PDF. Como ves, El sistema de aprendizaje Amco se adapta a tu proyecto de centro, sea cual sea el nivel de digitalización. Transforma ya tu proyecto de centro con Gear Up, el inglés de la nueva primaria.
Amco.
Happy to learn.
Ya veo aquí que están llegando participantes. Hola a todos de nuevo, ¿qué tal? Nuestro jurado también preparado.
Sí. Oh, espera.
Hola chicos, chicas. Hemos cogido aire. Vamos a descansar un poquito. Y vamos. Bueno, pues ya estamos en la gran final de este sexto Amco Debate League. Estamos súper emocionados, la verdad que hemos estado hablando en este descanso también nosotros, ha sido trepidante y estamos emocionados por ver y con muchas ganas de vivir esta gran final. Enhorabuena, de verdad, ya hay que decírselo a ambos colegios, a todos los que estáis participando. Enhorabuena al Colegio Corazón de María de Gijón, enhorabuena al Colegio San Luis de Barcelona. Ya creo que todos los alumnos tenemos nuestras cámaras, o tenéis las cámaras puestas, ¿sí? Solo indicaros, chicos, chicas, que van a ser los jueces de esta gran final, aunque os lo dije antes, lo recuerdo, van a ser mis compañeros Marcos, Gaby y Steven, ¿vale? Así que ahora le doy la palabra a mi compañera Gaby. Gaby va a hacer el sorteo con vosotros ya en inglés. Y ya estáis en la gran final, ya más lejos no podéis llegar, así que a pasarlo muy bien, a disfrutarlo mucho, ¿ok?
Perfect. Hello, guys. Good afternoon. We're moving into the afternoon, into the grand final. I am so happy that you guys are both here. Are you guys all excited? Give me a thumbs up, a raise the roof. Yeah, I feel it. Good energy. We need it. This is a last and final debate. You guys must be so exhausted from doing the previous two debates. So this is the last one. You guys can do it. Let's pull it out. I'm so excited to hear from you, as all of the judges are as well. So we have Codema and we have San Luis. We are going to get to the pro and con like we've been doing before. So we'll pass the page. And let's see on my screen, let us go with, I see Hugo from San Luis. So Hugo, go ahead and give us a number to find out what your team is going to be debating for.
5.
Number 5. So San Luis, you guys will be debating for pro. That means Codema, you guys are going to be debating for con. And we will pass over to the topic list for the last time today. The last topic that you guys are going to be debating for the whole entire debate league. And Codema, one of you guys can go ahead and give us a letter.
Letter J.
Letter J. All right, let's see. Letter J. Drum roll where you are. Da-da-da-da-da. Having some confusion if it's a J or G. Working in a bilingual office. We're not sure. So J. J. Okay, so it's topic number 1, which is refugees from the war. Very relevant topic. So the question is, only developed countries should bear the responsibilities of welcoming refugees. Only developed countries should bear the responsibility of welcoming refugees. So when each of the teams have their thumbs up, then we can stop projecting. Exactly. We can start the timer for 10 minutes. You guys always have 10 minutes as always. So it's 1:50 right now. When we get to 2 o'clock, we'll come back and we will start our final debate. So with that, good luck. If any of the other judges want to say wish luck, then
Good luck, you
go for
guys.
it.
Good luck, guys. Good luck.
Good luck, good luck, good luck. Just waiting for everybody to get pushed out to their breakout groups. Okay.
Amco.
Happy to learn.
The world is changing, and so are schools. Aluso Speed Up is our digital educational program aiming to develop the 21st century skills, integrating digital resources, gamification, Google Suite tools, and real-time activities. These resources are saved in the gradebook, where you will be able to see your students' progress, scores, badges and points, as well as the following English skills: writing, speaking, listening, reading, language and vocabulary, and global connection. Aluso Speed Up uses Amco's methodology for teaching English as a second first language. As such, it is informed by many theoretical bases that Amco uses in all its programs: the generating voice theory, multiple intelligences, emotional intelligences, didactic strategies, and the 21st century skills. Aluso Speed Up's language objectives are based on the Common European Framework of Reference. Using the CEFR, we defined different levels: Kick-Off, A2, A2+, B1, B1+, B2, and B2+. As a teacher, you will be able to access to daily sequence, planning, gradebook, list of all your students, graphics, and statistics. To further enrich the Aluso Speed Up experience, we have also created expeditions. In these sessions, you and your students will be able to explore the globe and visit many places around the world. What are you waiting for to explore Aluso Speed Up?
Amco.
Happy to learn.
Okay, we are back. Thank you once again, people at home watching us for joining us. I had a few questions. Perhaps I can ask the judges some questions about the experience on your end of being a judge. What has been a highlight for you? For example, Gabby, perhaps I can start with you. What has been a highlight for you during this competition and during the league?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, there's so many highlights. I love connecting every time that we have a debate with the students and with the teams, because you can really just tell how hard they work and like how much friendship is between the teams and how much friendship evolves from it. I think in one of the earlier videos, one of the students or one of the teams, I think it was Cristo Rey, they were saying, you know, the debate meant so many things to them, but the most important thing was friendship. And I feel like when we start in the beginning in the trainings, like they're always a little bit more shy, like maybe this is the first time that they're working together, and then by the time everybody reaches the end of the classification final, everyone's like, yeah, good job, oh my god, we did great, or you start to see them like cheer in the background, and they become like a really tight-knit group. So that's like a super highlight for me, obviously, besides seeing them grow and debate like professionals when they get to the end. So that's what I would say is my highlight, what I enjoy the most.
Thank you so much, Gabby, for sharing. I totally agree with you. I think we have witnessed along these last couple of months the growth, the student growth, and how they have improved their public speaking. And I think we will definitely have some future politicians here. We have experienced some of them, and perhaps we will see them in the future leading this country. So let's move on. Maybe I can ask Esther. What has been a highlight for you during this competition league as a judge? Maybe you can share us your thoughts and experiences.
Hi, Sylvia. Oh, it's been great, but I felt all them very nervous. I felt like the students, yeah. It's been great to listen to what they said, how they defended all their points, and I think it's fantastic that this guy is so young, you know, put so much effort after school, gathered together, working as teams, you know, and so positive. I think it's a great experience, not only for you know, these years for education, but in their whole life. This is something that definitely will make a whole mark in their lives. So it's been difficult as a judge, and I congratulate everyone, all the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and now the finals too. Thank you, Sylvia.
Thank you for sharing your experiences with us. Maybe Laura, I can ask you.
Hello.
What about for you? What has been a highlight as a judge throughout the last couple of months?
Well, I always say that I'm not capable of doing what they do, because even in my mother tongue, for me, debating it's very difficult, and it requires a lot of skills, not just speaking in the language, but to think, to write it down what the other person said, and it was very, very difficult, and you feel like your head is going to explode. So I'm just looking at the debaters and how they convey the message, how they feel so confident. Well, I'm so jealous. For me, it's I would love to be as they are. Honestly, I'm so jealous of them. Yeah.
I completely agree. Thank you.
Yeah.
Laura.
Thank you.
And maybe I'll ask Stephen a last question, or a veteran judge as well. So Stephen, maybe perhaps you can talk about some of the differences that you've seen between this year's league competition, as you are so
covered in blue.
You're transparent. What
I'm trying to sort this out with my issue with the background here. Comes and goes.
What do you think has been like some of the biggest changes or things you've seen or comparisons you can make between this year's debate league and the last couple of years?
So yeah, in the past, the debate used to just be a one-off, one weekend. So the teams that would compete, they would actually come in person to Madrid. We'd do the debate, but it would just be one day, right? And I think you saw, how teachers would help try to prepare their students for that one day, but it's not the same as going through the league process, having the training with the feedback from all of us and the academic department of Amco helping out, giving feedback for what it is that the judges will be looking for, and then having the students and their teams go through the classification round, preparing. You can see that's really paid dividends. The debates over the last few years have just gotten better and better. And I think that goes to show, also the importance that the schools and the coordinators that are running these debate programs are putting on this competition. They're really, I think a lot of these schools are veteran schools. They've been with us for many years now. They've been competing, I think some since the beginning, for 6 years now. So you can see that sort of experience shows too.
Yeah, absolutely. And also some of the new schools that have come in strong this year. So really looking forward to this finals today. I think that's it for time and that our teams are ready. And I'm going to pass it back on to the stage to Gabby, I believe, or Mavi, I'm not sure, but there you go. Good luck, both teams. Thank you.
I think it's me, no? So welcome back, teams, San Luis and Codema. Were you guys able to prepare for your last and final debate? Yeah. Are you guys ready? I see a lot of determined faces on the screen.
Look ready.
Steven, what'd you say? You're not ready?
They look ready. They look ready.
Yeah, they look ready. They look ready for sure. See Anna zooming in on the camera. I love that. Give me the attention first. I'm the coach.
I try you, but you can see that's not easy. That's not easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy. You're like their tech person too. They're coach and IT in one. All right. So looks like she's getting it going. Perfect. We'll say goodbye to Anna, and then we've got our first one coming up. So right before the break, we discovered that our final debate question for today is only developed countries should bear the responsibility of welcoming refugees. And this debate is going to be debated for pro by San Luis. So you guys will be starting, and will be followed by Kurema, who will be debating con. Okay, so as normal, your introducing statements will be 3 minutes long, your rebuttals will be 2 minutes long, and then the conclusions will be another 3 minutes long. And you have the timer on the screen so you can time yourself. Okay, so without further ado, good luck from everybody here, from the judges to both teams. Enjoy your last debate of this year's debate league, and we're excited to hear what you guys have prepared. So San Luis, when you're ready, take it away.
Good morning. We're the team from San Luis School, and today we are going to be presenting our position, our opinion, and our argument on developed countries welcoming refugees. In this debate, I will do the introduction. Maya will be in charge of the first rebuttal, giving you our database arguments. Hugo will do the second rebuttal, and Abril will give you our conclusion for the entire debate. Let's start. Almost 100 million people have been forced to flee their countries. 42% of refugees are children. About 1 million of them were born as refugees from 2018 and 2020. That's the most since World War II, according to the UN Refugee Agency. War, death, chaos, and destruction can be found in every continent. And a lot of people constantly suffer from the consequences of bombings and strikes. There are developed countries in every single continent. Developed countries are mainly high-income countries. And let's face it, they have interests in all conflicts. Moreover, they directly contribute to the conflicts by lending their intelligence services and sending weapons. They are morally responsible. They have to take responsibility. They should welcome that those countries were destroyed partially by their intervention. They should be sheltered to those who have nothing left. They have the means. Developed countries should bear the responsibility of welcoming refugees. Thank you very much.
Hello, good afternoon. We are the Calema team formed by Alvaro, Lucia, Marina, and me. I'm Javi, and I would like to start with some critical thinking. Imagine the situation in which you are, for example, a refugee escaping from the Ukrainian war. Just mind that. You may probably be, I don't know, really nervous about what's going to happen in the future. You don't know what's going to come in the following week. You will certainly have a long trip escaping Ukraine, going to another country, probably from the European Union. But if you are going by sea to somewhere over the world, you have that long trip, which is really dangerous. Don't those people who need to leave their country deserve to be accepted in every country of the world? Because we think they deserve that acceptation. Refugees generate more jobs. Refugees increase the economic growth of undeveloped countries, which they certainly need that. They need to develop their jobs, their skills, everything, their economy, everything they have got. So helping each other is the pillar of humanity, of the church. You need to help the neighbor, to have solidarity with them. So that's why we think that welcoming refugees and rich culture, they are qualified workers such as nurses, maybe they are doctors as well, firefighters, policemen. They can be accepted. They have to be accepted for them to find another way of living out from those wars that they are escaping, those cruel wars. Refugees bring knowledge, that's for sure. They are the solution also to the increasing problems of population. Population is going down all around the world. And if those refugees are accepted somewhere over the world in developed countries, but also and especially in undeveloped countries, they will increase the knowledge of those countries, the economy, of course. Therefore, we think, shouldn't we accept them? Don't they deserve that right to be accepted? Because we certainly think that they have the right to be accepted. They have to be accepted. Thank you.
Okay, first of all, we are not saying that undeveloped countries shouldn't be able to welcome refugees. We are only saying that is it obvious that developed countries have more financial power and abilities to welcome refugees and offer them a better life. In the Refugee Convention in 1951, the vast majority of signing countries were developed ones, and they still are. The US is, in the actual situation, the US is helping Ukraine by lending them their intelligence services, their weapons, and their financial support. And this is also true for many other UN countries who incentivize the war, and consequently, they should have to face the humanitarian crisis of the war in the form of taking in refugees and try to give them a better life out of that war with more things to offer to them that non-undeveloped country. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Lucia, and I'm going to be doing the first rebuttal. First, I would like to mention that, well, you said in the introduction that refugees can come from any country, any continent. And honestly, you're right. But don't you think that everyone deserves to not need to move from their continent to another to be safe? Because as far as we know, the countries that get involved in wars most of the time are undeveloped, and their neighbors tend to be too. So we don't need these people who are already in grave danger to be maybe walking or even swimming kilometers just to be safe and to be with their family. Also, I would like to mention that the developed countries are not ready to take in all refugees, because you never know when a war is going to happen. Like, for example, right now with Ukraine, nobody saw it coming. So everybody should be able to go to a place where they can run away from war or maybe tyranny or whatever is making their life quality much worse. Also, it improves the economy by a lot, because we know that these people may be very educated people, which can improve the life quality of everyone in that country. So yeah, I think overall it's better for them and for the country they flee to. Thank you.
So our point of view doesn't come from nowhere, but we have a strong basis. Those developed countries should be the ones to take in war refugees. Why? Because they can offer a higher quality life. Please visualize this. War refugees are fleeing from a home that has been transformed into a valley of blood and lead. The least high developed countries can do is to provide them beds, clothes, food, drink, work. They deserve everything of that and even more. No one should suffer what they have suffered. It's practically hell in earth war. Developed countries do not usually have social difficulties, as the quality of life is high. The last thing undeveloped countries need, which suffer from crime and whose citizens have a bad living situation, is more people. That is practically killing not only the refugees, but also the country. This is not a decision of the government. It's a decision of the society. We have the real power here. We need to make an exercise of empathy and allow the refugees to integrate in our society, not as refugees, but as equals, so that with the pass of time, they will forget that land when their past life, not to mention friends, families, and colleagues, faded away to never come back. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Marina. I'm the second rebuttal. So first of all, we are saying that refugees should be welcome in undeveloped countries, but not only that, but help, because refugees from war or from a country who doesn't have enough economic resources to take care of people who don't have a huge education, who are not engineers or doctors. Well, these people sometimes get to countries in a hard way. They have to work a lot. Sometimes they can get in, take their children in an unsafe boat through the ocean. That is very dangerous for them. And you are saying that the country who receives them should not help them. Well, first of all, refugees are a very important part of countries. Immigration is a very important part of countries, because well, I have this picture over here. It's a puzzle, and immigration is in the middle of it. This means that the country is like a wall, and the refugees is a brick of the wall. And if you take that brick off, the wall falls, because it's a very important factor in the country's development. The refugees can bring culture, they can bring knowledge, they can bring, well, if the country doesn't have enough citizens because the country is old or it's too young, well, they can bring enough population to get inequality in the country. They can enrich the culture, they can bring many positive things. And if you don't receive them like they should be received, like as human beings, well, then they will come in a legal way. Illegal ways are negative. You are not letting them have another choice. That is not fair for them. Besides, well, undeveloped countries sometimes have a similar culture to the ones from the refugees, and well, or maybe they have an emotional attachment. You should not let a refugee don't get in a country just because they don't have policy streets. Thank you.
Hi, so I want to start off by clarifying, Marina, we are by no means saying that countries should not help. We are just saying that economically developed ones should be the ones doing it because they are responsible for most wars. I mean, they provide weapons, they provide intelligence service, they provide financial aid. Shouldn't they be morally obliged to take in refugees? And you have also mentioned several times that it's a very, well, that usually the trip from a country in war to a better life, that, well, the trip that refugees take is usually a very long and unsafe one. And that is why we are saying that economically developed countries should take them in, because they should ensure that that route is safe and that it's fully provided for. And because within that route, those routes, refugees are usually very likely targets of sexual trafficking, human trafficking. So that is why we should provide safety for them. We should be in charge of that. And also, as we have mentioned many times, underdeveloped countries don't usually have as many opportunities for people who come into them to improve their way of living, to be in a better economical situation. So that is why we should just let developed countries do it, because you are talking about improving the economy of underdeveloped countries with the coming in of more people that could work, like doctors, engineers, and all of that. Well, yes, but we would get into an equality debate that is very far from what we are saying. So that would be very hard to do. And as I said, there are very few opportunities for them to truly thrive in life in underdeveloped countries. So we are saying that even though, yes, they could be, well, they could go into underdeveloped countries and have a fairly good life, their quality of life would be 1,000 times more improved if developed countries took them in. So that is why we strongly believe that only developed countries should bear the responsibility of taking in war refugees. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Hello, my name is Alvaro. I'm going to be doing the conclusion for my team. Before starting by summing up all our arguments, I'd like to start by telling some of the things you said that we don't totally agree with. In the first place, in the introduction, you said that, well, the main idea of this topic for you is that a few countries should take responsibility. Well, we actually think that taking refugees into countries is an act of solidarity, which is the main value for society nowadays. Solidarity must be the key factor for our society today. On the first argument, Maya said that developed countries have the money, and as they have the money, they need to take more refugees. But we need to think that what refugees are doing by getting into undeveloped countries is not just getting the money of the country, but is to be integrated into society by producing money to the country, which contributes to the cycle of economy. On the second argument, Hugo talked about empathy. And for us, empathy means that every country must take refugees. Empathy is exactly what we're talking about here. Empathy is that we should all collaborate to achieve the main goal. On the conclusion, you said that this was you said about something, and you talked about inequality, and this is about inequality again. A refugee is a person that doesn't have the same options that another person has. So this whole debate discuss the topic of inequality linked to refugees and taking refugees to different countries. Now I'm going to be talking about what we talked about during this debate. In the first place, we talked about how the countries that are less developed and that receive those immigrants experiment an economical growth that makes them be more developed. So we can be talking about how refugees constitute a booster for the global economy. The natality rate is going to raise. And for sure, it's going to do it, because when you integrate young people into society, that means that babies are going to be born immediately. Cultural diversity, we've talked about that as well. You can be more integrated, not just economically, but more culturally. We've talked about entrepreneurs, how that also boosts the economy by creating new employments, by creating new economic opportunities, and how the markets become more flexible, and but therefore job positions become more adapted for each person, for each individual. So for ending this debate and this debate league, I'd like to say that not only developed countries should bear the responsibility of welcoming refugees. Thank you very much.
Okay, and that brings us to a close of our final debate of the whole entire debate league. So a round of applause, guys, really quick before we go off. You guys did amazing. I feel like there was a lot of passion behind those arguments, and you guys are so well spoken and so eloquent with all of the arguments that you were offering. So you guys should be really, really proud of yourself for doing 3 debates in one day. That's insane. And for doing it as well as you guys did. So congratulations again. What happens now, as you know, is the judges and I, Mark and Steven, we will head out of here. We will deliberate on our last rubric, and we will come back and announce the winner of this year's debate league. So good luck to you guys, and I'll pass it back to Mavi.
Gracias, Gaby. Bueno, pues vaya final que nos estáis dando, ¿eh? Yo quiero aprovechar un minutito antes de hablar con vosotros, que me encantaría que me contarais cómo os habéis sentido. Quiero aprovechar un minutito para deciros que de verdad, no sabéis durante estos meses de la Liga de Debate los momentazos que nos regaláis, cómo a todos los que trabajamos en Amco y en el Grupo Trébol, cómo hemos hablado de vosotros de hoy, y hoy ha venido tal colegio y vaya debate han tenido, y bueno, qué buen argumento han tenido tal alumno. La verdad que es genial, ha sido fantástico veros participar. De verdad que enhorabuena, porque ya no podéis llegar más lejos. Es un gustazo, y me gustaría saber cómo os sentís vosotros, cómo os habéis visto en esta final. A ver, no sé, Hugo, Abril, Maya, Javi, Lucía, que los que queráis. A ver, ¿qué tal? ¿Quién me cuenta un poquito cómo se ha sentido?
Pues nosotros estábamos muy nerviosos para este último debate, porque sabemos que Codema es un equipo muy fuerte. Y bueno, nos ha impresionado su capacidad de estructurar el debate y su elocuencia, porque todos sus argumentos estaban muy bien ordenados y ha sido muy difícil rebatirles, porque tenían argumentos muy buenos y muy fundamentados. Y queríamos agradecerles porque nos han dado un debate increíble y nos han hecho realmente expandir nuestro conocimiento. Y yo he aprendido mucho sobre economía y todo lo que ha mencionado Álvaro, sobre todo. Pues muchas gracias, la verdad.
Ay, Abril, gracias a ti, de verdad. No sé si ahora desde Codema le queréis comentar algo.
No, que igualmente, o sea, que muchas gracias, que ha sido para mí, y bueno, y para el resto del equipo, yo creo que también que de los mejores debates, si no el mejor que hemos tenido, contra el que más nos ha costado, muy seguramente, por esa capacidad, por lo que tú mencionabas también, por esa capacidad de síntesis de argumentos que habéis tenido, y que ha sido muy buena, y que nada, ha sido un total honor combatir la final contra vosotros, y que, vamos, ha sido todo un placer, totalmente.
Wow, chicos, de verdad, maravilloso. Estoy viendo ahí a Claudia, que no para de mover la cabeza. Claudia, ¿cómo has visto a tu equipazo?
a mi equipazo y al otro equipazo. Son una pasada. De hecho, durante los 2 años hemos perdido un debate durante la clasificación, ¿eh? Y fue contra ellos. Y además no tuvimos ese sentido. Tú puedes acabar y puedes sentir cierta rabia, frustración, pero acabamos el debate y además es que estamos contentos de decir, madre mía, o sea, es que son buenísimos. ¿No? Y aprendimos mucho. Y sinceramente, o sea, llegar a la final, que ya es un premio, y poder debatir contra ellos otra vez, porque creo que es la primera vez que nos toca, ¿verdad? O sea, este año, y diría que es este año, y este año la segunda vez. Ha sido genial. O sea,
Sí.
Sí, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Ha sido genial. ¿Verdad? Es que, bueno, sí, bueno, es que no solo orgullosa de mi equipo, es que, bueno, Codema, es que sois una pasada. O sea, enhorabuena, felicidades.
Hay que ver ni de qué momentazo nos estáis dejando, de verdad, muchas gracias.
Yo-
Creo que la coach de Codema es Ana, y creo que estaba por ahí, a ver si no hacemos que se pelee con la cámara, pero
Buenas.
Ana, cuéntanos tu sensación, ¿qué tal?
Hola, bueno, la sensación que tenemos las dos coaches, que somos dos, Micaela y yo, es, bueno, sensacional, ¿vale? Agradeceros también al equipo de San Luis, que en efecto ya nos encontramos, que fue un placer la otra vez y es un placer otra vez debatir con vosotros, ¿vale? Unos speakers maravillosos, estupendos y la verdad muy, muy gratificante y nos ha ayudado mucho a crecer y a mejorar. Y respecto a la experiencia, bueno, pues encantados. En efecto, era la primera vez, veníamos, bueno, un poco perdidos y hemos aprendido mucho a lo largo de estos meses, ¿verdad? Chicos,
Sí.
mucho. Y entonces, bueno, estamos muy satisfechos independientemente del resultado, ¿no? Por lo que hemos aprendido. Así que muchas gracias al equipo, al resto de equipos y a Amco.
Gracias, nos gustaron mucho, de verdad.
Gracias.
De verdad que gracias a vosotros porque hoy al final echamos un ratito, pero como bien sabéis son muchos meses y desde el equipo de Amco pues nos involucramos muchísimo. Al final todos los que trabajamos en el grupo Treble Educación y especialmente en Amco pues nos preocupamos porque nuestros niños, y nos lo permitís desde los colegios, ¿vale? También tengan la mejor de las experiencias y el mejor de los aprendizajes, ¿no? Aquí detrás, de la parte que no se ve de Amco, de verdad que está todo el equipo académico involucrado. Hablo ahora en especial del debate. Todo el equipo académico involucrado, un equipo de marketing y comunicación que se encargan de nuestras redes, de que les llegue la información por esos comunicados y de la manera más clara posible a todos los colegios y familias, animar nuestras redes, atención al cliente pendiente. Hoy, por ejemplo, teníamos una persona específicamente pendiente de por si algún niño tenía una necesidad a la hora de entrar o de conectarse, hay cualquier dificultad, cualquier familia que necesita nuestra ayuda. Hay un equipo técnico que está pendiente de todo, ¿no? Que todos los alumnos y las alumnas tengan sus nombres bien puestos, que las conexiones funcionen, que todo vaya bien. Y por supuesto el equipo de consultores estratégicos que intentan animar a las direcciones de los colegios a que participéis, porque lo que hemos visto aquí gracias a vosotros me ha parecido de verdad una final trepidante y espectacular. Así que gracias de corazón como parte y como cara visible en este momento de Amco Iberia, porque lo hacéis posible vosotros, ¿eh? Nosotros solo ponemos toda la carne en el asador, pero gracias a vosotros y enhorabuena porque nos regaláis lo decía antes, unos momentos increíbles durante todos estos meses de debate. Solo con saber que habéis aprendido y que os ha servido para ser mejores, de verdad que ha merecido la pena todo el trabajo que hay detrás. Enhorabuena, chicos, de verdad. Brutal, ¿eh? Qué bonito. Qué bien. Nuestro jurado, que esta es la parte que no se ve, nuestro jurado, yo los veo, estoy en el despacho, tengo la puerta de cristal y estamos viendo en la sala en la que está ahora mismo debatiendo el jurado y veo que uno se echa las manos a la cabeza. De verdad que cuesta mucho transmitir el nervio que también se vive aquí detrás, pero bueno, tenéis un último minuto para regalarnos lo que queráis antes de que vuelvan, que veo que están ahí. ¿Algún comentario, algo que nos queráis compartir? ¿Ha habido compañeros que no habéis hablado?
Yo tengo que decir que es la segunda vez que debato con el Colegio Corazón de María y la verdad es que es un gustazo poder debatir con un equipo tan bien preparado que también domina la lengua inglesa y que sabe lo que dice, porque se nota que no lo dicen porque sí, que se han informado, que hay mucho trabajo detrás y la verdad es que yo ya he dicho antes que a mí me encanta debatir y de verdad que me encanta, que es un equipazo, sinceramente.
¿Animarías, Hugo, a otros compañeros a que participaran en nuestro debate?
¿Perdón?
Que si animarías a otros compañeros, por ejemplo, en la próxima edición, a que participaran en nuestro debate.
Sin duda, sin duda.
Qué guay. Y yo creo que Vae nos quería decir algo, ¿no?
Sí.
Cuéntanos.
Bueno, pues ha sido la primera vez que he debatido contra Codema, porque la última vez no estuve, y pues bueno, son muy buenos, se nota su preparación, que han buscado la información, y bueno, ha sido un placer y un honor poder debatir con vosotros, ya que ha sido muy interesante y muy divertido realmente. Y animaría a toda la gente que no tiene la oportunidad o que todavía no se ha inscrito para participar, que lo hiciese, porque es muy divertido.
Vale.
Bueno, para nosotros también fue un gustazo debatir con vosotros, porque igual que la última vez sois muy buenos y realmente os preparáis los temas, y es muy divertido poder debatir con gente que realmente sabe lo que hace y tiene claro lo que va a decir y cómo lo va a decir. Y es que lo hace 10 veces más divertido, y además a nosotros, que nos lo pasamos muy bien buscando las cosas y luego poder exponernos y todo eso, nos hace mucha ilusión poder estar en una final tan interesante como esta con vosotros.
¿Y qué consejo le daríais a los que vienen detrás para que se preparen, para que hagan todo lo posible para estar aquí en la final del año que viene? ¿Qué le contaríais? ¿Maya?
Pues yo les diría que no se pongan tan nerviosos, porque realmente no es para tanto, ¿no? Y que lo hagas como lo hagas, lo vas a hacer bien, y que pues es disfrutar y ya está.
Pues sí, ¿no? Que al final, ya que estamos aquí, hay que disfrutarlo, hay que sacar el jugo a esta experiencia, ¿no? A ver, otro consejillo que le daríais a otro compañero. Creo que Marina no nos ha contado nada desde Codema.
Pues nada, que lo mismo, que se relajen y que si te relajas es muchísimo más divertido, que al final acabas aprendiendo de una manera muy entretenida y que te da mucho provecho.
Y a ver, creo que me queda alguien de aquí de San Luis. ¿Cuál ha sido el tema que te ha resultado más difícil? ¿Cuál ha sido el tema que os ha costado más?
Pues a nosotros yo creo que, bueno, de los que no hemos podido debatir hoy, el de los visitantes de fuera del espacio ha sido muy intrigante, porque es un tema del que nunca habíamos hablado en ningún momento, no es algo que suele surgir naturalmente en la conversación, y nos ha costado mucho imaginarnos la pregunta que nos podríais haber puesto. Y durante los de hoy, pues este ha sido muy duro, porque nos imaginábamos que la pregunta iría por donde ha ido, pero igualmente, claro, la posición de Codema también daba pie a muchísimos buenos argumentos muy difíciles de rebatir, y aunque nos ha costado, ha sido una maravilla, porque realmente hemos podido debatir, sí.
Bien. Wow, pues el jurado, creo, lo estoy viendo ya salir por aquí. Yo no es por poner más nervioso, pero es que de verdad que es que lo pasamos todo. Esto es lo que tiene involucrarse, ¿no? En las cosas, efectivamente. Está por aquí ya el jurado.
Ya estamos aquí.
Me encantaría, a estos jueces os habéis perdido de verdad escuchar cómo ambos equipos han hablado de la experiencia del debate. Aprovecho para daros también la enhorabuena, porque sé lo involucrados que estáis en este evento con el resto de compañeros de Amco. Y bueno, ya sin más, pues vamos a ver.
Yo también decirles felicidades, felicidades. No solo por inglés, no solo por la pronunciación, sino por el tacto en el tema, por el respeto, por el trabajo en equipo, por la preparación de 8 temas que hemos elegido, algunos cercanos a vuestra realidad y otros un poco más alejados, para que fuera el azar el que dijeran que tuvierais vocabulario ya interiorizado o no. Pero lo que hacéis lingüísticamente en la oratoria, en compartir ideas, expresiones, emociones, porque no son puntos de vista, el punto de vista es el azar el que os lo da, es decir, no son vuestras opiniones, sino el argumentar algo que a lo mejor tú puedes estar en contra. De verdad que incluso por edad, o sea, acordaos que en la edad en la que nos manejamos, o sea, de verdad extraordinario, ¿eh? Felicidades. La verdad es que estamos muy orgullosos. A nosotros nos gusta muchísimo cómo os lucís en expresión, en fluidez y sobre todo en oratoria. Ese es el objetivo de este programa, independientemente del equipo que gana. Es decir, nos sorprendéis en cuartos de final, nos sorprendéis a lo largo del debate. O sea que felicidades a todos, felicidades a los coaches por supuesto, y que ganen mejor.
Gracias, Marcos. Bueno, pues ya no lo vamos a haceros esperar más, ¿vale? El ganador de la final del 6º Amco Debate League es el colegio Corazón de María Gijón. Enhorabuena. Enhorabuena, chicos, de verdad, por hacerlo igual de bien que lo hemos hecho antes. Bueno, pues 88 puntos obtenía el Colegio San Luis desde Barcelona y desde Gijón el Colegio Codema o Corazón de María de Gijón obtenía 99, ¿ok? Gracias, ha sido de verdad una final maravillosa. El Colegio San Luis vais a recibir en la próxima semana unos altavoces para cada uno de los participantes y los ganadores, el Colegio Codema Gijón, os vamos a enviar a cada uno un iPad para cada uno de vosotros por haber llegado hasta aquí, que de verdad que y más después del ratito que hemos estado hablando creo que es un premio simbólico, ¿no? Creo que el premio, como vosotros mismos habéis dicho, es llegar hasta aquí, todo lo aprendido, todo el camino recorrido. Y gracias, mil gracias por estos meses de trabajo, de participación, por vuestro esfuerzo, como os decía, por todos los momentos que nos habéis regalado durante esta liga de debate y sin duda os esperamos en la 7ª edición de nuestro Amco Debate League. Un buen abrazo. Chao.
Bye, guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Congratulations, Codema.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.